good afternoon, my name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. It is Matchday Live. It is the Arsenal women in action at the King Power Stadium. It is match week 2 of the WSL. This is Leicester City versus Arsenal coming up the other side of this. So good afternoon. This is, of course, a big day for the Arsenal women. We are playing. Hang on a minute. We've got some. So we are playing, of course, away at Leicester City in the WSL. It's called match day 2, following that 2-2 draw last week against Manchester City to kick things off. So, what is the team lineup? I know that's what you're asking, and this is it. So. This is our Arsenal lineup. A few changes from the other night. How exciting is this? In goal for Arsenal for her debut is Daphne Van Domselaar. So she starts in goal today. Back for Laura Weenroyd that comes in at right back. Nota Rubenmoy and Leia Cadena at the centre backs as usual, with Katie McCabe at left back. In midfield, Leah Volci starts again. Kyra Cooney-Cross comes in, and Frida Marnham as well, who's on fire at the minute. And the front three, Beth Mead, Leslie Russo and Caitlin Ford. On the bench then for Arsenal, it is goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger, Emily Fox, Katie Reid, captain Kim Little's on the bench, so Katie McCabe is captain to start with. Mariona Caldente is on the bench, Freya Godfrey, Katrina Cole, Rosa Kafaji and Stina Black-Stenier. So that is how the Arsenal team line up. What are we making of that then? Exciting stuff. For Leicester City in goal, it is Liars Kopp there. Back three potentially is CJ Bott, Sophie Howard, and Cody Feebold. In midfield, Janice Cayman, Sam Sieni, Ruby Mace, and Naomi Malden. And up front, it's probably going to be Missy Goodwin, Yura Mimiski, and Janelta Rantella. So what do we make of that Arsenal lineup then? It looks a few changes, obviously, from the other night. Which we kind of expected a few. No, it's a big squad. Let's make the most of it. Andy, do I say doing good to see 170 Gunner says link for the match, please. I don't actually have a link for the match, but stay with us because you won't miss anything. It is on YouTube somewhere. I believe it's the Barclays WSL channel, really. I think that's what it's on. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's there somewhere in YouTube land as well. But stay with us. It's great, and I do think it is great that the games they've made, the new company running WSL has made these games available to watch on YouTube, which is great for the big companies and the advertisers and the WSL. It's not great for us smaller YouTubers who rely on the views from the WSL games for our channels. It doesn't help us at all. In fact, it's taken away from us to give to the bigger corporations, but I guess that's life, and we just have to deal with it. Hopefully you guys will stay with us still throughout this season and keep this channel going. I'm hoping so anyway, but we know it's going to be more difficult, obviously, with the situation as it is. But we'll keep going for the time being here, and obviously we'll see how it all works out as it goes along. But yeah, please stay with us if you can. The game will be starting very, very shortly. What do we make of that team lineup anyway? I'm quite excited by it, actually. I am quite excited by it. Obviously, Daphne Van Domselaar is the one we've all wanted to see. Been looking forward to seeing her play, so I'm really excited about that. We did say the other night on the show, didn't we? I told you Jonas listens to us. He watches this show. We said this was the game. In fact, I think it might have been Greg who's with us. How you doing, Greg? I think it might have been Greg who said this will be the perfect game to start her, and it is the perfect game to start her. So good to see that Jonas listens to us. We do have that big influence, of course, on team selection, as you know. So he's finally listened to us again. Terry says, after Richard, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you all in the chat. Please give us a like before we start as well. It does help us to score more goals. We say it constantly. The more likes, the more goals. That's the way it all works. So get your likes in nice and early, guys. And if you are new here, please subscribe as well to the channel. We do, of course, bring you coverage of the Arsenal women and the Arsenal men. If anyone was expecting to see the game yesterday, the men's game yesterday, I do apologise. I thought I was feeling better, so I went to play football in the morning. I got back and I was feeling 10 times worse. So I ended up falling asleep about 2 o'clock. So I didn't even see much of the game. So sorry about that if you were looking forward to that, but you know, these things happen. I'm feeling a lot better today, which is good news. So yes, I do apologise if you were expecting to see that show yesterday. Proved to be an entertaining game, didn't it? And quite an exciting finish. Maybe we'll have something similar today. Bearing in mind, of course, last week, Arsenal men and Arsenal women both played Manchester City. Both games finished 2-2. So is this game going to finish 4-2 to Arsenal like yesterday's game? It would be quite funny if it did, wouldn't it? But as long as we win, I'm not really that bothered. Get your score predictions in, guys, if you can. What do we think the score is going to be? Obviously, Arsenal should win this game. You know, yes, there's some changes in the team, but we've got a big squad, a good squad. Yeah, I'm confident. I'm going to go. I want Daphne to get a clean sheet now if she's playing, so I'm going to go 3-0. No, 4-0. I'll go 4-0 because you know, Daphne's going to get a clean sheet. We've got goals in this team. And we've got some quality on the bench as well, haven't we? Mariona's on the bench, of course, Kim Little, Rose, Astina, lots of exciting stuff on the bench as well. So it's going to be good, isn't it? But of course, the most important thing is Arsenal getting a result. It doesn't matter if we win 1-0, we win 4-0, or we win 4-2, as indeed the men did yesterday. We don't care as long as we get those 3 points on the board. I think that, you know, Chelsea with 6 out of 6, we knew that Chelsea were going to probably win those first 2 games, which they have done. You know, we obviously had a tougher start. There's no doubt about that. You know, we were Man City in the first game, and now we're away at Leicester, a ground we've done really well on. Of course, last season's game was quite exciting, wasn't it? We were 2-0 down at half-time, came back to win 6-2, of course. And Caitlin Ford, Leslie Russo were in the goals on that particular occasion. Stina came off the bench and got one as well. So who knows? Maybe we'll score 6 again. The teams are just coming out at the King Power Stadium. Of course, Leicester, like Arsenal, do play at the main stadium. We don't call it the men's stadium anymore. It's the club stadium, the main stadium. They play their home games there since they were taken over by King Power in 2020, I think it was. Now establishing themselves as a WSL club, aren't they, Leicester? You know, so it's good to see one of the sort of smaller clubs, if you like, in the women's game now being established in the WSL. I think that's a really good thing, isn't it? And let's hope that you know, they can survive and grow and add to the competition in the league, which is of course getting stronger and stronger each year, isn't it? As we've seen, you know, there's no easy games anymore in the WSL. And yes, okay, Chelsea won 7-0 against Crystal Palace the other night, but that's the very top and the very bottom. I think there's still a gap there, but I think overall you have to say that you know, we've the gap has closed a lot, hasn't it, now? And you don't tend to get those type of scorelines anymore, which is obviously a good thing because, you know, we don't really want to see 7-0, do we? Greg says after Angela Terry 6-0 because we're great. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll just say we don't like to see scores like that unless it's in our favour, of course. But even if it is, to be honest with you, you know, I don't think it's a good spectacle for the WSL, is it? The league in general, if there's games that are finishing 6-7-0 a lot regularly, like it used to be. If you remember, it used to be like that, didn't it? There used to be regular scores like that, and I don't think it's good for the league as a whole. So I think it's better now. The games are more competitive, but yes, we should, in over 90 minutes, we should be far too strong for Leicester, and we should, of course, get some goals. Terry says, like Leicester will score twice, 1-5 if the chat hit the like button as they should. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Terry says Spurs are still rubbish. Well, of course they are. They'll always be rubbish, won't they? Anyway, the teams are changing ends, which is quite unusual, isn't it, mate? I don't know if it's the decision that was. I don't know if there's too much wind there. It doesn't look like it. This is probably going to be one of the last days of kind of late summer, early autumn, I think, before the weather gets. I know we've had some bad weather this last week or so, but it's been a nice weekend. But I think the weather's supposed to get worse again, isn't it? Quite soon. So this might be the last weekend of reasonably nice weather to enjoy some football. But anyway, the team is changing again. So Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our right in the first half. And Leicester all in blue, of course, as you would expect. They're just doing their team huddle before the kick-off here. So Arsenal, of course, are in red and white, as you would expect, because they're our colours. And, of course, that is no colour clash here with Leicester City, of course. And this will be their 4th season in the WSL. So they've done well, haven't they, to survive. And it looks as though it is going to be, well, the ball's in the centre, so it's going to be Leicester at the kick-off. So that means it must have been Arsenal that decided to change in, doesn't it, then, if Leicester are kicking off? It was Katie McCabe made that decision. I wonder what the reasoning behind that was. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. It's not like in the Premier League where maybe you've got a load of fans behind a goal. Arsenal fans are everywhere in the stadium, everywhere they're allowed to be. There's no sort of set-ins as such, is there? So it's fine. But yeah, it's just a matter of, getting the game won. It doesn't matter what end you attack, does it? Anyway, we are about to kick off. It's going to be Leicester all in blue attacking a goal to our left in this first half, getting us off and underway. Game week 2 in the WSL. Leicester, of course, started with a draw last week as well against Liverpool, which was a good result for them. While we were, of course, battling away with Manchester City. Terry says, I've just noticed I've gone pink. It'll make all the girls wink. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Gone pink. Oh, okay. Anyway. So anyway, the Arsenal are now in possession. Lotta Wilber-Moy just inside. Arsenal's half finds. Is Emily Fox playing? She wasn't on the team sheet to play. Laura Wainwright was on the team sheet to play. Has there been a change? Anyway, Leicester straight away coming forward. Emily Fox actually blocks that. So has that been a change? Does anybody know what happened there? Because when I saw the team sheet before, it said Laura Wainwright was playing at right back, but Emily Fox is on. Anyway, Leicester coming forward down this near side of the pitch. Beth's having to do some defending there, and she does it really, really well, and then gets the ball clear. So was that a change then that we've had since the team sheet was announced? Was there an injury to Laura in the warm-up maybe? Let's hope it's nothing too serious. Would have been her first start, wouldn't it, for quite some time. Obviously, Emily Fox has nailed down this right back slot, and she's definitely on the pitch because she's taking this throw. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Anyway, I just see what Terry means. You mean your little sign's gone pink? Oh, I get you now. I think it's because it's an extra month, isn't it? Maybe that must mean that you've got your 2-year anniversary, whatever it is. I'm not sure. Anyway, that is what's happening there. Anyway, isn't it? So yeah, good stuff. Oh, hang on, I've just got some notifications come up on my laptop. Anyway, Arsenal was struggling to get the ball out at this point. Leicester were pressing us really high up the pitch. Beth Mees almost playing in a right back position, gets the ball back to Lotta Wilber-Moy, who kicks it long into midfield. Leslie Russo picks it up well and switches the play over to that far side. Katie McCabe, Arsenal now can look to come forward. We've played 2 minutes here at the King Power Stadium. It is Leicester City 0, Arsenal 0, WSL match week 2. Both these two teams drew their first match, but looking at the teams above us, we need to win this game, don't we, quite honestly? So let's get it done. Anyway, Leicester in behind here on this near side. This is a good play for them, but the shot comes in. Rather wild effort that was actually there from Rantala. Got in behind the Arsenal defence area. It was a tight angle, and she's tried a shot where maybe a cross would have been a better bet. And it's a goal kick to Arsenal. And Daphne van Domslaar's first real job as Arsenal's goalkeeper in the first team is to take that goal kick. She's all in yellow, the Dutch goalkeeper. Great to see her in goal today. Let's hope. I mean, I'm sure she's going to get lots of opportunities. Arsenal now trying to come forward. This is better. Kyra Cooney-Cross tries to play the ball forward to Leslie Russo, but again, Leicester are very, very tight to us. They're not giving us any space or time at all at the moment. And in the end, it's Leicester back in possession. It's gone away back to the goalkeeper, Lies Kopp. And Leicester have actually started this game pretty well, of course, as they did last season, if you remember. That was a shocking start for Arsenal, wasn't it? We were 2-0 down at half-time. Looked as though we were going to go get a shock defeat. Leicester, of course, have never, ever beaten Arsenal. That long ball forward, though, comes into the arms of Daphne van Domslaar, 24 years old. Signed from Aston Villa. Didn't really work out at Aston Villa for her, did it? I was a little bit surprised she'd gone there, actually, in the first place. I wanted us to sign her after the Euros, but of course, we've had to wait a little bit longer, but we've got her finally, and this is her first appearance for Arsenal. Now, Lotta Wilber-Moy on this near side brings the ball forward into the Leicester half, plays it infield to Kyra Cooney-Cross. Wasn't a great ball, actually, but that one's better to Emily Fox. And now it goes back to Leah Volti, of course, player of the match the other night. What a game she had. What a goal she scored as well. The goal that got us off and underway, which was great. Now, Lotta Wilber-Moy's ball forward up this near side, looking for Leslie Russo. Gets away there from marker, but she's going to win a corner for Arsenal. And the first time we've really got going in this game, 4.5 minutes in, and it has gone behind. It is a corner to Arsenal. Leslie Russo did well there. And finally, Arsenal managed to string 2 or 3 better passes together. And it has led to our first real opportunity to get that ball into that Leicester penalty area and try and cause them some problems. Beth Mead is going to take it. In fact, she might not going to take it now because Katie McCabe's come across. We're going to do another short corner. This is a new thing, isn't it? Short corner. Katie McCabe now again with a different angle. Get the cross in, but it's blocked. You see, why not just, if you're going to put the cross in anyway, why not just put the cross in the first place from the corner? I don't understand all this short corner like. It's football's become, everyone's trying to overcomplicate football. It's a simple game, 4-4-2, get the ball in the box. And suddenly now there's all kinds of other stupidness goes on. Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross has done really well. Frida Marnham throws the ball through to Beth Mead on this near side. Can she get the shot away? She does. It's blocked. Bodies of Leicester defenders in the way. Frida Marnham now again picks the ball up. Katie McCabe on this near side. Can she get a cross in? She's still over on this right-hand side, having taken that corner. And she hasn't managed to get across yet because the play is still with Arsenal. Leia Cadena plays it forward to Kyra Cooney-Cross. Goes out to that far side. Emily Fox there is actually over the wrong side as well, but that's a good ball into the box. Leslie Russo touches it off. Frida Marnham on the edge of the box. Couldn't quite knock it past the defender and get a shot away. But this is much better from Arsenal. We're now pressing high up the pitch. But Leicester managed to beat that press. They did quite well there, actually. That was good play from Ruby Mace, of course, former Arsenal player. Katie McCabe now plays the ball forward. And Frida, that's got to be a foul there. Surely that's a foul on Leslie Russo on the edge of the box. In fact, it is. Terry says, good run from KCC. It was. And we've got a new member to the channel, Bjorn. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Thank you for becoming a new member, joining in with our little community here, which is growing by the week. And we've also got a free kick now, 6.5 minutes played. Beth Mead is over this ball and Katie McCabe as well. Now, this time we need to put it straight in the box, don't we? None of this short balls, none of this messing around. Just get it whipped in and let's see what happens. Leicester have only got 2 players in the wall. It's probably too far out for a shot. You're probably looking at, 35 yards. I mean, I suppose it's possible to score from there. Katie McCabe would fancy her chances, but I believe it's going to be Beth Mead. She's got her arms raised, ready to take this. She does take it. It's not a bad ball towards a penalty spot, headed away though by Leicester. And now they should complete the clearance. But Arsenal started to settle now. A little bit of a shaky start for the first 2 or 3 minutes, but we're now looking a lot more in control. The ball's now back with Daphne Van Domselaar. Daphne Van Domselaar. Anyway, she plays the ball to Lotta Wilbermoy, gets it back again. And Arsenal now looking a lot more composed than we were at the beginning. We were looking a little bit ragged, weren't we, for the first few minutes? But we've settled down now, starting to get our passing together. Emily Fox on this near side finds Lotta Wilbermoy. Now it's with Leah Volti. Terry says, welcome to Bjorn. Indeed. I'm guessing you're from Sweden, are you, Bjorn? Which is good to see. You must love a bit of Stina Blackstenius like we all do. And, of course, Rosa Kafaji now as well. Anyway, also coming forward over on that far side, Caitlin Ford. This is nice play. It was Frida Marnham involved. Frida goes on a run. Caitlin Ford tried to go around the outside, but in the end, the defender there took the ball off. It was CJ Bott. It was Australia against New Zealand there inside the Leicester penalty area, and it was New Zealand that came out on top in the form of CJ Bott. But that was good play again from Arsenal, looking a lot more threatening now. Emily Fox in possession just inside the Arsenal half. Plays it out to that far side, Leia Cadena. What a signing she's proving to be. Frida Marnham now, of course, in great goal scoring form. Frida, she got in 3 of the last 4 matches, including at the great goal against Man City last week, a great goal in midweek as well. She's certainly in great form, isn't she, Frida? That ball played out to the far side to Katie McCabe. And Arsenal stringing together a good move here. Frida Marnham again threads the ball through, looking for the runner Russo. Good defending again from CJ Bott it was. But Leicester can't get out now. Leah Volti picks that ball up, plays it in to Marnham again, but she got a touch on it, but couldn't quite get the ball into the path of Russo, who's now committed a foul. That was a foul there on Firo, the French defender. It is going to be a free kick to Leicester. We've played 9 minutes at the King Power. And Arsenal starting to really get on top of this game now and looking to be the better team. But we need a goal. We've seen, haven't we, even this season as well. Last season, we played some good football. We had a few chances, didn't get the goals that we deserved, and we got punished. You could say a little bit that happened against Man City. We did miss a few chances, didn't we? And in the end, we dropped Well, you could say we dropped 2 points. I think that's a point gain, personally, being 2-1 down in the last 10 minutes. But we could have won that game, as we know. And sometimes we're not always clinical as we need to be, are we? And we haven't actually created any chances yet, despite playing quite well. Anyway, it's Leicester coming forward now on this near side. This is nice football from them. They've actually played some nice football, Leicester, when they've had the ball. But Arsenal deal with that. Frida Minor have done really well. And now it's a chance for Emily Fox to break clear down this near side, gets the balls halfway and then chips the ball back to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Arsenal looking just to keep possession. Now it goes square to Leia Cadena. And now it's back with Lotta Wubben-Moy. Still no Leah Williamson in the squad. Following that concussion problem, which I think there's more to that than we're being told, if I'm honest. And the fact she's not even in the squad again today, I don't think the concussion thing lasts that long, does it? She's been missing for over a week now. Anyway, let's hope that it's nothing too serious. You know, Katie McCabe now brings the ball forward up that near far side, finds Caitlin Ford right on that touchline. Frida Minor gives it back to Caitlin Ford. This is lovely. Oh, it's just slightly overrun there by Caitlin Ford. And in the end, it was cleared away by Ruby Mace. But Caitlin's touch just let her down there a little bit. It's lovely play from Frida Minor again. Beautiful 1-2 she played there with Caitlin. And says picture quality not good on YouTube. Well, mine looks all right, actually. I don't know, maybe if get everyone to move away from YouTube and watch it. Anyway, cross comes in. Oh, Russo at the far post. I think she was a little bit surprised the ball reached her. She got a good connection with it, actually, Leslie Russo, but she couldn't direct it on target. Now, for me, that's a big miss. That is quite a big miss. It was a lovely cross, actually, from Beth Mead over on that far side. It came all the way across to Russo. Actually, I don't think it did catch her out. I think it was a really good chance. She had a bit more time than maybe it looked like, and she's maybe rushed it, hurried it, and put it into the side netting when really she should have put that on target. So that is, you know, Greg says, yeah, bad miss. I think it is a bad miss. I agree with you. At first, it looked like maybe it came to a bit quick and she was a little bit surprised by it, but I don't think it did. I think she had more time there. She should have been more composed and she should have done better. Anyway, definitely there, works well under pressure, plays the ball out to Leia Cadena, and that's with Katie McCabe. We've played 12 minutes. Arsenal really are looking much better team at this moment in time. And you do feel as though a goal is inevitable. But how many times last season did we say that? And it wasn't a goal. And that costing us. Anyway, Kyra Cooney cross plays it out to Katie McCabe, now back again to Leia Cadena. Now Lotta Wubben-Moy on halfway inside the centre circle, just goes inside the Leicester half, touches it into Leah Volti. Back to Lotta Wubben-Moy again. Up this near side, finds Emily Fox. Can't get past the defender there. Janice Kamen, the Belgium, the Leicester City captain. But Arsenal still in possession. And Beth Mead heads it down to Frida Minor. That's with Leah Volti. Leia Cadena switches it to the out, right over to that far side. Katie McCabe takes the ball on and goes past the defender there. Maybe a little bit fortunate the ball bounced, but it has gone out. It is going to be a throw to Leicester. That was good defending actually by CJ Bott again. And Leicester managed to deal with that particular problem. And they've now got a throw, which CJ Bott is going to take up the far side. Katie McCabe steps in there, and Arsenal now pick the ball up, almost pick the ball up there with Frida Minor. Or Kyra Cooney crosses. Ball was a little bit loose, and Leicester now have picked up possession, a little bit of space for them up this near side. 13.5 minutes played, it's still 0-0, and that ball there should run behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. It's been a reasonably good start now from Arsenal. We've got going finally, but we still haven't tested the goalkeeper yet. Leslie Russo should have done just a few moments ago when Beth Mead's cross fell to her. You have to say, Daphne seems to give us a lot more calmness at the back, doesn't she? She's really comfortable on the ball with the ball at her feet. And she's got it again here. And just touches it off to Lotta Wubben-Moy. For me, it's going to be difficult to leave Daphne out of the team. But anyway, we've got two decent goalkeepers. Emily Fox now bringing it forward on this near side. Then she's fouled. I don't quite know what the complaint was there from Missy Goodwin. She can't really complain about that. She just pulled it back. Arsenal taking the free kick quickly. Leah Volti gets the ball to Katie McCabe, touches it forward. Frida Minor gives it back to Katie McCabe. Caitlin falls on that far side. A little bit of space for the Australian. Frida Minor made a run inside. Frida Minor touches it back. Caitlin falls inside the box, and it was well defended. Actually, it's going to be a corner again to Arsenal. Lovely link up there between Frida and Caitlin Ford. Frida's having a really good start to this game, pretty much in line with how she's been playing this season, actually. And Caitlin couldn't quite get on the end of that little touch back to her. Good defending from Leicester. It is a corner, though, to Arsenal. Beth Mead's going to take it. Let's hope that this one is going to be swung in. It looks like it's going to be short again to Katie McCabe. Why do we keep doing that? Now it's come to Beth again. Different angle for the cross. It's not a bad crossing toward the near post. Leicester do head it away. And that short corner almost worked, actually, just when I was saying just get it in the box. Anyway, Leah Volti now. She gets a crossing from this near side. Lots of movement on the end of it. Oh, to the far post it was. And it was Emily Fox. I know Caitlin Ford, came in. Couldn't quite get the ball back into the 6-yard box. And Leicester scramble it clear. The pressure is mounting. Breezy says, what time has it started? No, the game's already started. There's 16 minutes played. It is Leicester nil, Arsenal nil. But Arsenal have had a couple of near moments in the last couple of minutes. Now Arsenal coming forward again. Another good touch by Frida, but Kyra Cooney cross couldn't quite get the end of it. And Leicester again managed to get the ball clear. This is good play though from Arsenal again, pressing high up the pitch. Leslie Russo. Oh, that was a little bit of a high foot there. Leslie just tried to flick the ball as the defender, Sophie Howard, went to head it. And she did just catch her in the face accidentally. But it is going to be a free kick to Leicester, of course, for a high foot. It's one of them ones, isn't it, where you've got a defender coming behind you who's going to try and head the ball and you're going to try and flick it. You can't necessarily see where they are. And as a defender, sometimes you do end up taking one in the face. And that's what Sophie Howard did. She's fine. It wasn't a wild kick out. Leslie was just trying to flick the ball like across. So she just caught her in the face, and it is a free kick. So we say taking the ball's now up this near side. Yanis Kamen plays the ball over the top, and that's where there's problems for Arsenal. Leia Cadena's struggling to get back, but she's done well actually. Leia Cadena, and the ball runs out of play. But that's the problem that we've had a couple of times already in this game. Not just in this game, a ball over the top of the fullbacks into that space behind. And that's what happened there. And in the end, Leia Cadena came across. Looks like she was going to be struggling to get there, but she showed some really good pace there. Managed to put it was Mooch, and it was. She put her under pressure. And in the end, the ball ran out of play for a goal kick to Arsenal. But that seems to be where the danger is going to come from, isn't it? That ball's over the top into the corner. Anyway, Beth Mead now has popped up on this near side. Finds Lotta Wuba-Moy. Gets it back again, Lotta. Loads of time, not under any pressure at all. Lotta, she can decide what she wants to do. She goes back to Daphne Van Domselaar, and she's going to go long up that far side. That's a good ball, actually. Caitlin Ford, tried to flick it on, couldn't quite get there. Good idea, though, to switch the play. Maybe just needed a little bit off that ball there from Daphne, and Caitlin could have maybe flicked it into the path of Frida Minor, who made that run, as she does from midfield, makes those runs forward towards the penalty area. Anyway, Leicester got a throw. That looked like a foul throw anyway. But it is a foul by Leah Volti. It's going to be a free kick to Leicester instead, which Ruby Mace was going to take, was actually left it to Sophie Howard, and she plays it square. And Leicester now in the possession. Janice Kamen on this near side, plays the ball forward. Emily Fox steps in, but suddenly the ball breaks for Leicester on this near side. Emily Fox is back in there, though, showing really good aggression, wins the ball back. Brilliant play from her. Actually, her clearance wasn't that great, but she's got the ball again, bounces it off her knee, and then it falls nicely to Kyra Cooney cross, and Arsenal did well there. Greg says Wuba-Moy doesn't have any pace running back. No, she doesn't know that. She never has. That's always been an issue, hasn't it? You know, I remember when she used to play sometimes at the back with Jen Beattie, there wasn't any pace between them. I mean, Leia Cadena can come across and has got a little bit more pace to cover. But you're right. And this is where Leah Williamson is so important, isn't it? Because she has got that pace as well. And her and Leia Cadena are not going to have those problems. Lotta does have issues with the ball in behind her. We know that. She always has done. Anyway, Frida Marnham now almost managed to get clear, but good defensive play again from Leicester. Have actually defended really well so far, Leicester. We've nearly played 20 minutes, and they're now coming forward. Because we know what happened in this game last season. This is nice play from Leicester, but Emily Fox is in again. She's had a good start to this game. Oh, that's nice from Leslie Russo. Turns away in midfield. She's got runners each side. Frida on the right and Caitlin Ford on the left. Caitlin Ford gets the ball, but it was good defending again from CJ Bott. And that Australia-New Zealand battle there has been quite lively so far, hasn't it, in this opening part of this game? You have to say CJ Bott's maybe just got slightly better with Caitlin Ford so far. Anyway, it's going to be a drop ball because the pass there from Leicester did hit the referee and it stopped that particular attack. And Ruby Mace just touches the ball off and Leicester back in possession. Maybe didn't make the most of that counter-attack there. Maybe Leslie Russo should have played the ball up this near side to Frida instead. And the momentum ended up going out of that attack, which was a shame because it was looking like a decent counter-attack, actually, wasn't it? A good play initially by Russo to turn away from one of the Leicester defenders. Anyway, Cayman comes forward. That's not a good ball. Leah Volti cuts it out. Russo touches it off. It's not a good touch, though. Sophie Howard's in, but Leah Volti wins the ball back. Another impressive performance from her. It's looking like today so far, following a brilliant game she had the other night. Now Kyra Cooney-Cross in the starting lineup today. Kim Little resting on the bench. Beth Mead plays the ball forward. This is good play to Emily Fox. Oh, she does really well, Emily Fox. She's got around the outside. What's the cross like? It's not bad. Heading away at the near post. Only as far as Kyra Cooney-Cross touches it off to Beth Mead. And that was a really good play there from Emily Fox. She drifted around the outside and managed to get the ball back. It wasn't a bad cross either. Leicester managed to head it away. Terry says, I can let having a pop at a lot of Uber Moy ones, but not more. I leave her alone. Well, I don't think it's not a pop at her, is it? I just think it's just a statement of fact, isn't it? You know, she is vulnerable to balls over the top and behind her. She always has been. And, you know, pace isn't something that you can necessarily improve that much in training, can you? Yes, you can work on it a little bit, but you've either got pace or you haven't as a player. And, you know, unfortunately, she isn't blessed with great pace, is she? But she more than makes up for it in her other sort of aspects of her game, doesn't she? But there's no doubt that a ball over the top does cause her problems. It always has done. And Leicester, I've tried to exploit that a couple of times in this game. Emily Fox heads that one clear, but Leicester are still in possession. But Beth picks up lovely little play that was from Beth now. Frida Marnham needs a little bit of support. She's got it with Emily Fox on this near side, and surely that's a foul. In fact, it isn't a foul. It's given as a throw. Rajandra's with us today again. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Bongo Guna as well. Good to see a lot of the regulars joining us again, which is always nice to see, isn't it? I'll say with the games on YouTube, I think it's going to impact the smaller channels like this, like us, but you know, here's what it is. It's all about making the rich richer. Oh, nearly a mistake at the back. Can Russo get in there? Not quite. It was Sophie Howard there, almost got in a bit of a muddle there inside her own penalty area, and Leslie Russo was almost in, but couldn't quite get on to the end of that ball. And again, Leicester have scrambled it clear. They have been quite solid defensively so far, but almost a mistake. We're midway point. We are at the midway point of this first half. Sorry, Arsenal nil or Leicester nil, Arsenal nil. 23 minutes played, and Leicester now in possession on this near side. But it's been a reasonably good performance from Arsenal so far. We've been the better team. We haven't really created too much. The only real big chance we had was Leslie Russo's effort, which she put into the side netting, where maybe she had more time than she realised, and she sort of hurried her finish when she didn't maybe need to. You know, the ball's now back with Daphne Van Domslo. We've seen quite a lot of the ball in this opening 23 minutes, where it's all been with her feet. She hasn't had to have a save to make yet, but it's good to see her anyway in goal, isn't it? Lots of Ruben Moy now sprinting forward for Arsenal. Well, sprinting for her. Obviously, it's just a gentle jog for everybody else. Anyway, Leicester do clear that ball away. It's going to be a throw on this near side, which Emily Fox takes, and she finds Lotta again. Gives it back to Emily Fox, and it's going to be another throw to Arsenal. Rajendra says, I have dual screen and can see you in the game. We see that's the perfect setup, isn't it? That is the perfect setup that you need now for these WSL games, a double screen. which is what I've got as well. Obviously, I've got a screen over there with the game on, and I've got a screen here with, with the show on, with your comments, etc. So that's the way forward, isn't it? It's the way to do it, I think. But anyway, lots of Ruben Moy now on halfway, touches the ball in field. Kyra Cooney cross, the Australian back in the team. Maybe dallied a little bit too long there, was tackled, but the ball doesn't go anywhere other than back to Lotta again. And Leicester player's got an injury there. It was Mimika, the Japanese forward. But anyway, Arsenal managed to keep possession. Katie McCabe over on that far side finds Caitlin Ford. Again, she's got CJ Bott for company. Can she go past her? She twists and turns inside. Caitlin Ford touches the ball off to Leia Cadena. Goes back out again to Katie McCabe on that far side. What's the cross like? It was cut out actually by a Bott. But Katie McCabe gets the ball back again. And it's played square now to Lotta Ruben Moy. Arsenal building up a head of steam here. Can we get a goal? Can we get a chance even? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Something that ends in a shot, a goal would be nice. Anyway, Lotta pings it over to that far side, but it's headed out easily that time by CJ Bott. Oh, and Katie McCabe lost out there in a battle of strength. You don't often see that too much. She's got brushed off the ball there rather too easily. And now suddenly Leicester have got an opportunity to come forward on this near side, but that ball runs out of play. And says, watching on TV, and you lovely lot on Ange pad. Well, that's that again. You see, that's the ideal solution, isn't it, to these issues? The ideal solution. So thank you very much, Ange, for staying with us. Anyway, so throw to Arsenal, which Emily Fox is going to take. Throws it back towards Leia Cadena, who just on a little bit of pressure managed to get the ball forward again to Emily Fox, and she does well again. The American plays the ball square across the pitch to Katie McCabe now into Frida Marnham. Lovely ball through to Caitlin Ford, but again, CJ Bott's there, just gets ahead there of Caitlin Ford, and that's been the story of this opening at 25, 26 minutes, hasn't it? That battle there, and CJ Bott just getting the better of Caitlin Ford. But it is a corner to Arsenal. Is this going to be put straight in, or are we going to do another short corner? It's going to be Beth again. Who's going to take it. Maybe we should do, it's all very well doing a short corner sometimes, like, okay, but not every single time. But we do it short again. We need to mix it up, don't we? It's going to become too predictable. Anyway, Beth's now got another angle for a cross. She fires it in, headed away by Leicester. Put back into the box again. Frida gets there under a bit of pressure. The ball's going to come here on this near side to Emily Fox again. She's got Leslie Russo here, and it's going to be another corner to Arsenal, this one on the near side. In fact, no, the Lions woman has given a goal kick. It must have come off Leslie, and it is a goal kick, which goalkeeper Liz Kopp is going to take for Leicester. 2 Dutch women in goal for each team today, which is good, isn't it? And she plays that short there to Sophie Howard. Now goes square, and Leicester can get the ball forward a little bit further than they thought they might, but now it's up this near side. Janice Kamen, the captain for Leicester, plays it forward, but Lotta steps in, then Beth steps in. It might have been a foul on Beth Mead, who's gone down, but Arsenal keep possession. Now the referee is going to stop the game so that Beth can get some treatment there. It looks a bit of a heavy challenge on her there. Is it her ankle potentially? But it's going to be, you imagine it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. The referee didn't initially give a free kick because Arsenal kept possession. But Beth went down. She's not going to need any treatment. She gets up on her own. See, this is the difference between the Premier League, isn't it? If that was a Premier League game, the trainer would have been on. We would have had a 5-minute hold up while Beth got treatment. And she doesn't need treatment. She's fine. Do you know what I mean? And that would be the case with most of the Premier League injuries as well. So it's something that, the Premier League need to learn from the women's game, stuff like that. You don't need to get the trainer every time a player goes down, even if they look as though they might be injured initially. It's just, if you get kicked, you're going to be, it's going to hurt, isn't it? And then, 2 seconds later, the pain eases off straight away and you're not injured at all, are you? If it's a serious injury that needs treatment or not quite quickly. And most of them don't, let's be honest. Most of them are just little knocks, aren't they? Anyway, Leicester are now coming forward with Sam Tierney, who did score one of Leicester's goals last season in this fixture, when Arsenal had a few difficulties in that first half before coming back and, of course, winning quite comfortably. Leah Volti does really well in midfield, brings the ball forward, maybe didn't pass it quickly enough, looked like she was fouled by Ruby May, and it is indeed a free kick to Arsenal. LG says same old lack of fluidity. Well, I mean, I think at times it has been. I think we've knocked the ball around really well. Don't forget though, there's been quite a few changes to the team today as well. So everyone's got to settle in. But you said this the other night. We ended up winning 4-0. So it will come. And Frida Minor now looking to get the first goal tonight. Oh, but again, she maybe didn't make the decision early enough to either shoot or to pass. And in the end, Leicester do scramble it clear. It is a throw. Arsenal using the multi-ball system, which of course caused all those problems in the Continental Cup final against Chelsea. If you remember last, well, it didn't cause us any problems really. It caused Chelsea the problem. Anyway, Leicester trying to come forward again up this near side. But again, that's a really, really poor touch from Mooch, and it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Emily Fox is going to take. Football isn't won, is it? I mean, I know what you're saying, LG, but football isn't won in 30 minutes. We played 30 minutes. That's not when football's won. Football's won over 90 minutes. And over 90 minutes, we will, I'm sure, do enough to win this game and many others. And it just, sometimes it just takes a little spark, doesn't it, to get it going. Anyway, Caitlin Ford trying to get past CJ Bott. But again, she can't. You have to say CJ Bott is having a great game over on that far side for Leicester. There's no doubt about that. Caitlin Ford's been in great form, but CJ Bott there has kept her really quiet. Anyway, Leicester are now trying to come forward on the back of that good defending. And it's Sam Tierney plays it forward, but Arsenal just about deal with it. And now we are going to pick the ball up with Frida Marnham. Plays it back to Lotta Wuba-Moy. Now it's with Kyra Cooney-Cross. LG says, fall back to her usual frustrating self. She keeps losing the ball. Well, I want to give credit to the defender, CJ Bott, against her, who's defended her really, really well. And of course, they'll know each other from international football and stuff like that. But even so, you have to sometimes give credit to the defender. Caitlin's come up against a defender who's been better than her in this game. And that sometimes happens, doesn't it? Even the best players in the world can sometimes come up against a defender who's maybe just got the better of you on that particular day. I'm sure Caitlin will get, we'll have moments in this game. She's just going to have to work very hard for him, I think. And if she switched sides now, maybe that's a sensible decision by the manager to get her away from CJ Bott. Maybe she might have more joy over on this side. She didn't manage to there. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. In fact, CJ Bott's followed her all the way across. She's obviously, that's what she's been told by her manager. Follow Caitlin Ford everywhere she goes. And even though Caitlin's now come across to this near side, Beth Mead's gone over there. In fact, CJ Bott now is going to be trying to get the ball off of Beth Mead. That's a good ball played forward, though. Kyra Cooney-Cross. Can she get the cross in? Deflected behind again. Leicester continue to defend really, really well, but it is another corner to Arsenal. A lot of Arsenal fans there in that corner that Arsenal are attacking in this first half. Very, very vocal, of course, as always, the Arsenal fans. And here's a corner, again, over on that far side. And again, we take it short. Katie McKay plays it back again to Beth Mead. Can we have a little bit of variety, please, in these corners? Katie McKay now does put a cross in, but it's too high. It's gone over the top. It's going to be the goal kick. I just want to see some variety in the corner. I say the odd short corner here and there, yes, you get a different angle on a cross. Sometimes it's a good idea, but to do it every single time, we've had, 4 or 5 corners in this first half. Every single one's been a short corner. You've got to be able to mix it up, haven't you? You've got to be able to do that. And I think, obviously the men's team have been really, really dangerous from corners. But if you do the same corner all the time, it's going to become predictable and teams will learn how to deal with it. And suddenly it won't be as effective for Arsenal in the men's side as well. So that's a great switch of play by Ruby Mace, actually, from left to right. Leicester now threatening here inside the Arsenal penalty. Shot comes in. Oh, it's at the underside of the crossbar. Did definitely get a fingertip to that. If she did, that's a fantastic save. Leicester almost got the opening goal there, which would have been generally against the run of play. What an effort that was. And it was, if Daphne got a fingertip to that, that'll be a great save on her debut, because I don't think Manu Zinsberger gets a touch on that. I don't know if she did. It may have just come back off the underside of the bar, but Leicester so close to going in front. That's the nearest we've come to a goal at either end. 10 minutes until half time. Greg says just take a normal corner and put them under pressure. Exactly, that's what I say. And if you're going to do a short corner, yeah, do once in a while. Of course, you have to mix it up. You have to mix your set pieces up. Otherwise, it is too easy to read. Anyway, Mark C says, you want the old bold Adams near post to flick on corner. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? That would be good, wouldn't it? You see, that was the thing, right? Obviously, you know, we used to do that, didn't we, with George Graham? And we used to do it a lot, and it used to work a lot. And I used to think to myself then, the team's going to figure it out. But if the delivery is good, you can't really stop it, can you? Anyway, Leicester coming forward now. Another chance. Good block again from Leia Cadena. And Leicester suddenly threatened. That was Janice Cayman there with that effort. And suddenly, Arsenal went under a little bit of pressure here. They're going to show a replay of that effort just a moment ago that came back off the crossbar. Did Daphne get her fingertip to that? Because if she did, it was a cracking save. Oh, I think she might have done, you know. I think she might have just got a fingertip to that. Anyway, it stayed out, which was the main thing. Hit the underside of the bar, could have gone in. Small margins, as we always say in football, and it was very small margins there. Anyway, Leicester have their first corner, and they put a corner straight into the 6-yard box, headed away though by Leslie Russo, but Leicester do pick up the loose ball. And this is Leicester's best spell in this game as we approach the last 10 minutes of this first half. Roger Angel says that was a good one-touch passing by Leicester to get that near the goal. No, it was, yeah. They just played some good football, actually. When they've had the ball, they've played some good football, Leicester. And they're coming forward again, and the cross comes in, but it's not a great cross. It's gone out of play for a goal kick. Terry says safe hands in would have held on to that. No pushing it onto the bar. Oh, and there's a worrying sign. Daphne has just gone down injured. And, of course, we know she's been injured. And she's just got back. The last thing that we need is for her to be injured again. It looks like her side. Was it when she stretched for that? Was for that save? Let's hope it's nothing serious, because I say she's just back from an injury. She's had a good first half here. Hopefully it's going to be nothing. I think she just needs a bit of a stretch by the look of it. But I say she's just come back from a big injury, hasn't she? Mark C says we've got a good bench. Yeah, we have got a good bench. Absolutely, we have. And I think that's kind of key, isn't it? I mean, having a good bench is what you need. That's how you're successful. Anyway, just showing an earlier chance for Leslie Russo where she hasn't hit that very well at all with her left foot. And that was a big chance. You know, it needs to go back the other side, isn't it? LG says, bring on Naomi Williams. It'll be quite difficult because Naomi Williams isn't on the bench, is she? Well, she wasn't initially, but then Emily Fox wasn't in the lineup at the beginning. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Daphne's going to be okay. She just needs a bit of a stretch. Obviously, she's got some sort of recurring injury from before. I think she's going to be okay. She's back on her feet again. But she's not moving too freely, but hopefully she'll be all right. Which is a bit of a worry, really, because we know what a great goalkeeper she is. And if she did make a save just a moment ago and touch it onto the bar, then that would be something quite extraordinary. Anyway, the trainers haven't gone off yet. So I'm not sure if Daphne's going to be okay. She's certainly going to carry on for the time being. We're coming down towards half time. You would, if you can, you would tend to try and not do anything until half time. And then, you know, if we have to make the change, then do it then rather than now. But she might be okay. She might be able to settle down, have some treatment during the break. She seems to be moving a bit more freer now. She's going to go and pick a ball up behind the goal to take this goal kick. And she's taking her time, and why not? Make sure that she's okay. We've got 38 minutes on the clock. Terry says, Def ain't injured. She fancies the medic by looks of it. Yeah, I think she had a bit of an injury there. Anyway, Arsenal now back in possession. Lotta at Moy on this near side. Plays the ball into midfield. Leah Volti touches it back to Lotta Moy. Can Arsenal get the goal before half time? Would be good, wouldn't it? To be in the lead at half time. But so far, we've maybe lucky not to be behind. We've just given the ball away again, have we, Leia Cadena? But no, it was a free kick. Put on a little bit too much pressure there, Leia Cadena. It was a foul just as well because Leicester could have been in there. You know, we're taking that free kick now. Lotta Moy plays up this near side to Emily Fox. Right on this near touchline, gives it back to Lotta Moy into the last 6 minutes of the first half. And Arsenal looking for the breakthrough. Beth Mead, that's a nice touch here to Frida Minor. All tries to go around the outside there. And in the end, Emily Fox there tries to take the ball back off Ruby Mace. And there's a battle going on there over on that near side, and they can't get it away. Leslie Russo now inside the box. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Leslie Russo touches it off. Shot comes in. Oh, that's a great save. That is a great save by Elias Kopp. Pushes that over the top. And I think that was it Katie McCabe's effort. And that was a fantastic save, actually. Arsenal almost got the goal there. So close. Leslie Russo did really, really well. Looked like she was looking for an opening to get a shot away. She touched it off. I think it was Leah Volti, was it? Was that Leah Volti again going to score 2 in a row? That'd be unheard of. But anyway, the goalkeeper made a fantastic save there to tip that one onto the roof of the net. It's going to be another corner. This time we do take a long corner. Katie McCabe into the edge of the 6-yard box. Goes all the way to the far post. Oh, see, the long corner almost paid off. It still might. Put back in again and Leicester do clear it away. And Katie McCabe still got the ball now on the edge of the penalty area. Touches it off to Beth Mead. Now it's with Leah Volt. She's not going to try another shot, is she? Surely. She's in a mission at the minute. You know, Kyra Cooney cross touches it off. Now it's back with Emily Fox. Crosses it in towards a penalty spot. Oh, a little touch off there from Lotta Woburn. Why actually it was looking for Leslie Russo. Leicester clear it away. The pressure is now mounting now. Russo over on that far side has done really, really well. Inside the penalty, Leslie Russo. What's the cross like? Low towards the near post. Sophie Howe was there. Another corner to Arsenal. LG says Chelsea would have been 2-0 up by now. They are ruthless and we're not. That's the difference. Yeah, but you say that, but look at their game against Aston Villa. You know, they were lucky to win that game. So, you know, these things happen and they wouldn't necessarily be 2-0 up now anyway. They've took their time to get going this season, Chelsea. You know, Beth Mead with a corner against the near post. Oh, and Leicester get lucky there. It came off CJ Bott. I think it was could have gone anywhere, and ended up into the arms of the goalkeeper. Greg says a normal corner, please. Well, yeah. You see, we've just put 2 normal corners in, and it's led to 2 opportunities that we could have maybe got a goal from. So there you go. That's definitely the way forward, isn't it? It's not difficult, is it? Let's make football a much more simple game. And then it's much easier for everybody. Anyway, now Frida turns away. There. Surely that's a foul by Ruby Mace. That should be a yellow card, ref. Get your card out. Is she going to get a yellow card for that? Surely she should do. Brilliant turn there from Frida. Turned away from Ruby Mace. Who just pushed him in the back. To me, that should be a yellow card. The referee doesn't seem to want to book anybody today. Rajendra says Leah should shot at the top of the goal and the goalkeeper. Well, I come on, you can't blame Leah Volti for that. That's a good effort. That's a really good save. You know, you can take about any single shot that's saved. Well, if they put it slightly higher, the goalie wouldn't get it. Well, yeah, you could do, but it's a good save. Let's give the goalkeeper credit for that. That was a really, really good save. And Leah Volti was unlucky there not to get two in a row. You know, we've got a free kick now. Now, it is within shooting range. It's very central. It's about 25, 30 yards out. It's Katie McCabe and Beth Mead over it, having a little discussion. And is it going to be Beth? Beth touches it. Katie McCabe with the shot. Oh, it hits the wall, actually. Comes back out again, chipped back in. Well, actually, will Beth Mead keep this in? She does keep it back in towards the 6-yard box, headed out. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, is it? Or did it already go behind? I think it might have already gone behind. LG says, let's be real, Rich. Leicester haven't been that great. Chelsea feasted these type of games. Well, yeah, and we do as well. We've scored 4, 5, and 6 in our last 3 visits to Leicester, and it's not even half time yet. I'm sure we'll still win this game. We've certainly a much better team, but every game is different, isn't it? And every team has improved, and Leicester have been good defensively. And would Chelsea be winning this game or not? We'll never know. And when Chelsea do play here later in the season, we'll see. But that's a different game to this one, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, we haven't won yet in the WSL, and that plays a part as well, doesn't it? You know, we had a big European night the other night as well. That's had an impact. Of course it has. So, you know, all these things have got to be put into context. A few changes to the team. I'm reasonably happy with how we played. But yes, of course, it's frustrating when we're not winning. Of course it is. It always is. Whether we're playing Leicester, whether we're playing Manchester City, whether we're playing Chelsea, if we're not winning, it's frustrating, isn't it? But I'm reasonably happy with how we play. Anyway, Frida, who's had a very good first half, a very good season, actually. And she felt she was fouled there. But anyway, she's put the ball out. It's going to be a throw to Leicester. Agenda says, who's our captain today? Katie McCabe's captain today because Kim Little, of course, is on the bench. I say a few changes to the team from the other night, which not unexpected really for a game like this. Anyway, Leslie Russo turns away really well. Leslie Russo running again at the Leicester defence inside the box. It's going to be the moment. Shots blocked, actually. I think that was Ruby Mace again. She's done a good job in front of her back four there, Ruby Mace. She did a really good job there to block that shot. Terry says, the good thing is Chelsea don't beat us in finals. No, they don't anymore. They're not going to beat us to anything this season. Don't worry about that. I've got confidence and faith in this team. It doesn't matter if you win a game in the first half by scoring 3 goals or you win it in the second half by scoring 3 goals. It makes no difference. You still get 3 points. It doesn't matter, you know. Yes, it makes it slightly more comfortable to watch. Of course it is, and more comfortable to play in and be manager of, I'm sure. But as long as you win the game, you get the job done. It doesn't actually matter too much, does it? Greg says, that's rubbish. Chelsea struggled to score in the first half against Palace. They only dominated when Palace won out. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Chelsea have struggled to. They haven't won games early this year. In the past, they have. We've seen it. They've gone 4 or 5 nil up at half time in some games, Chelsea. But then also have we in games in the past. But this isn't the past, is it? This is now, and teams are better now. And you don't tend to do that. Yeah, Crystal Palace ran out of legs the other night. Absolutely, they did. And it only 1 nil at half time or 2 nil. You know, I mean, Didn't we beat Crystal Palace 9-0 in the FA Cup, didn't we? A couple of years ago. Anyway, Leia Cadena coming forward, plays it out to that far side. It's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time, which is pretty much the 2 minutes for the injury to Daphne's little injury that she had, which hopefully she's all right, but she hasn't. The ball hasn't come down the end since then. LG says there's a reason Chelsea have won straight titles and we haven't. They are ruthless and we're not. Well, that's one of the reasons, yeah. But it's not just about beating the teams 5-0, is it? That's not what wins your title. It's getting consistent results throughout the season. And Chelsea have been better than us. Of course they have. They've won, like you said, they've won 5 titles in a row. We can't say they've not been better than us. But you're looking at the past and I'm looking at the present. And this Arsenal team look a lot better than the teams in the last 5 years. So I'm confident that this team can go on and do better than we have previously. And maybe this is our time. This is a good squad. Let's get behind it. Rajendra says goal difference could matter. Well, goal difference could matter, but the most important thing is getting 3 points. Otherwise, goal difference won't matter, will it? If we draw this game 0-0 and drop 2 points here, then the chance of goal difference making any impact is going to be nothing at all. We've played 1.5 games nearly. You know what I mean? You don't think about goal difference now. You just think about winning your games, getting the points on the board. And then later on in the season, if it so happens that, us and Chelsea or Man City, whoever is going head to head and goal difference could become important, that's when suddenly you might need to think, okay, today we need to go out and win by 2 or 3 goals. At the minute, we just need to win the games. Anyway, half-time whistle's gone. We're not winning this game, although we have played reasonably well. We haven't had too many chances, have we, really? Just that one brilliant save from the Leicester goalkeeper, Lee's cop, just before half-time. Leah Volt's shot. She did really well to push that onto the roof of the net. And at the other end, Daphne Van Domslaw in her Arsenal debut made a very good save as well, tipping an effort on to the onto the underside of the crossbar. Manu Zinsberger there is out onto the pitch, shaking everybody's hand as they go off. Now, hopefully that doesn't mean she's going to be coming for a warm-up to come on, because we want Daphne to play the full game. And she's done all right in that first half, but she did get that little injury, didn't she? She needs a little bit of treatment, Daphne, just before half-time. Let's hope she's okay. So should we have a look at some of the other scores from the WSL today? Full time, of course, it was Man City 1, Brighton 0. So why didn't Man City beat Brighton 5-0 then? They only beat them 1-0. And they didn't score their goal till the 44th minute. Why wasn't they 3-0 up inside 5 minutes at home to Brighton? Do you know what I mean? Because every game is different, isn't it? You just have to win your games. And Man City have won 1-0. Man United are only 1-0 up at Everton. Why aren't they winning 5-0? They're only winning 1-0. They must be rubbish. They're never going to win anything, are they? Liverpool are 1-0 up at West Ham at half time. Where are we? And that's it. And of course, Aston Villa play Spurs at 4:30. So yeah, every game's tough. At the start of the season, it's all about winning your games. It isn't necessarily about winning 4 or 5-0. They're bonuses, aren't they? Let's just get the game won. And I always say this every week. I'm happy if we win 1-0 because we've got 3 points and we've got a clean sheet and it's happy days. And that's what matters. And if you win all your games 1-0, you're going to win the league, aren't you? You don't have to win 5-0. You just need to win your games because everyone else is going to drop points. So let's win the games, which is what we need. Let's see. I'll tell you what I'll try and do. I might try and see if... Shall we see if Andreas is available to come on? To come on the show? Shall we have a look and see if he wants to give us his thoughts on that first half? Let's just see if he wants to. I'm going to send him the link. Shall we send him the link? Yeah, let's send him the link. So there we go. I just sent the link there. So see if he wants to come on and see what he made of that first half. We will see if it does. If not, it's fine. But if you want to come on, have a little chat about it, why not? It'll be a good moment to see what he made of it all. Greg says, "Don't see that Chelsea struggled against Villa and then only had Palace." Exactly. I mean, they've had an easier start to the season than we have, but you know, you still got to win the games. Ultimately, we've still got to win the games. LG says because Brighton were really good in that game, Leicester are not. Yeah, but were Brighton really good, or were Man City just a little bit off their best? So Brighton look better. You know, are Leicester just playing really, really well for them? And you know, each game is an individual game, and you can't look at it. You know, there'll be people watching this game. I think Leicester have defended really well in that first half. I really do think Leicester have defended really well, and that's a big part of football, isn't it? They've defended well. We found it difficult to create too many chances, and you know that's down to them as much as us, isn't it? Oh, you said I really like Russo, but I'm beginning to question if she is the right fit for Arsenal. I think at the minute, yeah, I agree. She's struggled a little bit so far this season. I think she had a really good finish to last season, scored a lot of goals, and looked a really good player that was going to push on and improve. I think this season she's been disappointing. I don't have any doubt about that. I totally agree. But I think it's too early to question if she's the right fit. I think she fits better when Stina's playing, and then she can play slightly deeper. I think that's better. And is that her fault, or is that the manager's fault for not playing her in that position more? I don't know. We might see that happen later in the second half because I'm sure Stina will come on. Certainly, if it stays 0-0, she will. But yeah, she's not in her best form at the moment, Stina. I agree with that, and I wouldn't say she's not the right fit for Arsenal. I just think that she's just not playing particularly well at the moment. But Jandra says that is the season we need. Win every game. Well, we can't win every game because we've already drawn one, haven't we? But you know, all we can do is try and win as many games as you possibly can. No one's going to win every game. It's not the 1990s anymore. You know, when we could go and do that. It's you know, it's tougher now. You know, the competition's stronger, and you know that it's a lot more harder, isn't it, to win any of these trophies, especially the WSL. And we just all we can do is take care of our own games, keep winning as many as we can. There's going to be some games where it'll all click and we'll score 4, 5, 6 goals. You know, we ended up scoring 4 the other night against Hacken, who are a good side. And that will happen. You know, we'll get games like that. Equally, we're going to get games maybe like today when it's a bit more frustrating. Teams defend well. We maybe not quite clicking in that final third. It's not quite happening for us, and we maybe struggle, but maybe sneak it 1-0, and that's fine. I think they're all kind of fine, aren't they? As long as you win the games, that's what matters, isn't it? Terry says things will get a lot better once Arteta is gone. Well, yeah, probably. Probably so, but anyway. But no, I mean, let's see what happens in the second half. Will there be some changes at half time? Rajendra says like 2007, like 2007, whenever. Yeah, but it's not 2007 anymore, is it? You know, no team now is going to win every game in the WSL because the competition is so much better than it was. You know, and if you was to, I mean, I know it's difficult to compare different eras of football with different things. But I think if you put this Arsenal team in the WSL of 2007, 2008, they probably win every game as well, because the standing in the WSL was nowhere near what it is now. And I think this Arsenal team would probably do the same. But it's not. That's not the way football is now. Everybody's got better. Everybody else has got a lot better. So you have to be even better to be able to win a league title. And Chelsea found a way to do it 5 years in a row. Fair play to them. They're a very, very good side. But we're not a million miles away, are we? We've shown a few seasons that, you know, on a match-to-match basis against them, we're as good as them. We've beaten them plenty of times. It's just over a season of 22 games, we've just been short. But this season, I don't see any reason why we can't put that right. But there you go. LG says, we played his patient possession style of football compared to Manchester United and the England national team. Maybe our style just doesn't suit her. Yeah, maybe there's that as well. But then, you know, it's all about good players adapt to their surroundings and good managers get the best out of the players that they've got. Now, clearly, Jonas wanted to buy Leslie Russo, and clearly Leslie Russo wanted to come to Arsenal. So knowing the way that we play and knowing that it is different to maybe the role that she had at Manchester United and what she does for England, and that's what good players take on those challenges, don't they? It's very easy to say, well, I'll just stay at Man United because it's easy. I'm probably not going to win much. I'll do okay, score a few goals, lovely, play with my best friend Tooney and stuff like that, right? But no, Leslie wanted to challenge herself. And part of challenging yourself as a player is to maybe come out of your comfort zone a little bit and maybe do things that you're not used to doing and adapting to those different environments. And I think that's what Leslie's done. Now, it's, you know, I thought last season she started slowly, grew into the season and got better and better. And towards the end, I'm thinking, yeah, you know, what a great player she is. She's going to have a fantastic season next year. It hasn't quite happened for her yet, but it's still early days. We've only played, what, if you take the Champions League games, that's what, 4. It's only our 6th competitive game of the season, which is still fairly early when you look how many games there's going to be. So I'm not overly worried about that. Rajendra says, even 1-0 each game we're doing it. Would, yeah, but you're not going to win 1-0 every game now in the WSL. You're just not going to do that, unfortunately. Terry says, in 07-08, we used to shoot like we did the other day. Well, yeah, we did, but the opposition, what you got to remember is people didn't close you down as much, did they, back then? So you had space and time. You got the ball, you could smash a shot from 25 yards because you got no defence in front of you. Now, there's a whole line of defenders in front of you. So you look at that and you think, am I going to shoot now with all those defenders in front of me? So football's different, isn't it? And teams have improved. Tactics have improved. The coaches have improved. Everything's improved. John says there, this team is not winning the WSL. Well, one of the teams playing today is going to win the WSL, and that's obviously Leicester. The other team's got a chance, but we'll see. Terry says, that's what drives me mad, not shooting when you get the chance. If it's 30 yards out or 1 yard out, just shoot. Yeah, no, I agree, and we'd like to see those efforts, but sometimes when you're a player on the pitch and you've got the ball 35 yards out or 30 yards out, 20 yards out, and you look up and you've got a whole line of defenders in front of you, you're probably not going to think it's a good idea to shoot. If it opens up in front of you, absolutely have a shot, bang. But it doesn't happen that often anymore because of how much more organised defences are and how much more quickly they close down them spaces. Sometimes, yeah, you take an extra touch and you're thinking about shooting, you take that extra touch and then the space is gone and then you can't shoot, or you're doing it just hits a defender. So it's sometimes you do need to get that early shot away, but it doesn't always work like that. And I think the way that modern teams defend, that's one of the reasons why we don't see as many long-range goals anymore, do we? Herman's here. He says, hello from Toronto. Is the game over? No, it's just half-time. It's only half-time. Not worry. It's still going on. We've still got time to win it. It hasn't finished 0-0. LG says, I agree, John. There's nothing to suggest we'll win the WSL. Well, at this moment in time, there's nothing to suggest we can't either. You know, we drew with one of the best teams last week, came from behind to get a draw. That shows a lot of spirit. You know, our Champions League performance the other night was really good. We qualified for the group stage. We've done everything that we needed to do. And if we win this game in the second half, 2-3-0 comfortably, which I think we will, because Leicester will obviously run out of legs. They'll run out of steam. They don't have the quality on the bench that we do. And it's about the end result, isn't it? You know, we're making judgments here at half time. Well, I'm not, but people are making judgments about this game and about the season after 1.5 games of the WSL, saying we can't win the league. Of course we can. Am I saying we're going to win the league? I don't know, because we've only played 1.5 games. You know, you can't really judge until we played 4, 5, 6 games. Everybody's played 5 or 6 games. You get to see. Then everybody's played a couple of the better teams, a couple of the bottom teams, and everyone's had a sort of a decent amount of tests. And then you see where you are, don't you? You know, and at this moment in time, I don't see any reason why we can't win the league. You know, we've got the squad. You can see today we've made a lot of changes to the team. It's still a strong squad. We've got some great players on the bench that we can bring on. And that's key to winning the league, isn't it? Winning a league is all about a squad, giving players chances, rotating when you have to, like we've done today, and still having a quality to win the game. And yes, we're not winning this game as yet, but you know, we're only at half time, aren't we? So let's not worry. Let's not panic. Oh my God, we need to panic. We don't. What we need to do is we need to believe in this team and enjoy the second half, and the goals will come because we've got the bigger squad. Terry says, I think we will win it if we stop playing Arteta ball. Well, that obviously doesn't help, does it? LG says, Arsenal in the WSL life cycle, early season promise, mid-season collapse, late resurgence, fall. So, well, I mean, yeah, that seems to have been generally how it's gone, but it's not just Arsenal that have, you know, Man United have been for a similar thing. It's difficult to be consistent over the whole season, isn't it? It's very difficult to do that. And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, but they're not. In the last few years, only Chelsea have done it. Man City last season, you could say, did as well because they took them all the way. The season before, we did as well. We took it down to the last game of the season. So we have shown that we can do it, but it's not easy to do, is it? And it's, you know, sometimes these games here are the games where you've just got to find a way to win. And that's the sign of a good team, because good teams find a way to win. How many times have Chelsea nicked a game 1-0? They maybe didn't play particularly well. They were getting frustrated, and then they'll find a goal. They win 1-0. Nobody says, oh, God, Chelsea aren't going to win the league because they struggled to beat Leicester 1-0. No, everybody goes away thinking that's the result. That's the team that can win the league because they've got that ability to win games. You know, look at Arsenal men yesterday. You know, it was 2-2 going into stoppage time. It would have been easy to have drawn that game 2-2. But a team that's going to win the league, or could win the league, win them games. And that's what matters at the end, the 3 points. It doesn't matter how you get them always. It matters that you get them. And you get them consistently enough throughout the season. Greg says, how can you judge a team in 135 minutes of football? Well, you can't. You honestly, you can't. So to say we can't win the league is mad, really, because we've played so little games. If after 4 or 5 games, if Chelsea are 5, 6 points ahead of us, I would probably agree with you and say, yeah, we probably can't win the league because the gap will be too much. Like last season, we were playing catch up. So, you know, the next few games are going to be massively important, aren't they? We have to win these ones today and keep going and keep winning. But yeah, you can't judge a team. You can't judge a season after 135 minutes of football. Absolutely not. Let's wait until 4 or 5 games have been played. Anyway, definitely is back out for the second half, which is good news. Don't think there's been any changes. The teams are back for the second half. Arsenal are going to kick off. We'll be attacking the goal to our left. And we look keen to get on with it, actually. We were ready to go. Leslie Russo's ready to take kick off. Leicester was still doing their huddle. And I think Arsenal are going to start this second half really, really fast. LG says, even when we finished second under Jonas, we lost it because of our mid-season form. We lost to Birmingham and drew back-to-back with Man City and Man United. Yeah, we did, but we still only finished 1 point behind Chelsea. So they must have had a similar run of form during the season as well. Otherwise, they'd have been 4 or 5 points ahead of us, and they weren't. So, you know, wasn't it only goal? No, it's 1 point, wasn't it? 170 Gunner says, yeah, Lee Gunner has elite mentality. This is our Arteta Out channel. Well, I wouldn't say it's not Arteta Out channel. We're not massively fan. I'm not a massive fan of Arteta, as some of the people in the chat aren't. But you know, we're all entitled to an opinion on it, aren't we? I just want to see Arsenal winning trophies. That's what I want to see. And I think Arteta has been there long enough to be doing that now. And Jonas already won 2 trophies for the women, hasn't he? So you know, that's what we want to see. We want to see our team being successful, winning trophies, and stuff to celebrate at the end of the season, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Anyway, we've got a corner early on in the second half. I said we were going to start fast. Beth Mead's going to take this corner on the near side. We've played about a minute of this second half. Beth Mead with the corner to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed out. Oh, I headed out a second time. Well, that wasn't a good header clearance, was it there? Leo Volti's going to pick this ball up. In fact, she lets it run out for a throw to Arsenal in the attacking third. The ball played by Terry says, I'm certainly Arteta out. Well, yeah, I'd much prefer it if he was out. Yeah, I got to be honest. He's not very likeable, is he? Let's be honest. He's not very likeable, and he's not exactly winning trophies. I don't mind him being unlikable if he's going to win us loads of trophies. That's fine. But if he's going to be unlikable and not win anything, I don't want him around much longer. That's my opinion. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now. Lotta Wubben-Moy plays the ball forward. Oh, lovely touch from Frida. Lovely couple of touches actually, but she maybe ran herself into trouble. But Arsenal on the front foot very early in the second half. We looked as though we were ready for battle, shall we say? We came out for the second half, didn't we? And that's definitely how we've started this game. We just won the ball high up the pitch there, but we just lost it straight away again. And suddenly Leicester on the counter attack, looking for the ball up that far side, but good defending there from Emily Fox. And Daphne now with the ball at her feet, looks as though she's recovered from that injury, which is good news. So far, so good for her on her debut. Clean sheet and a good save that she made in that first half. A brilliant save, actually. Katie McCabe now plays the ball up the near side, all looking for the run of Caitlin Ford. Leicester just about managed to deal with that. And now they're coming forward again. In fact, they've just won a free kick. Kyra Cooney across. A little bit too keen. Greg says, totally agree. And this is why we've got such a good little community here, because we all tend to agree on a lot of these sort of things, don't we? And even if we don't agree, it's fine. We don't have to agree. No one has to agree, do we? It's just, everyone's entitled to have their opinion on stuff, and that's great. And I encourage that, actually, because that's what life is, isn't it? If we all agreed about everything, wouldn't it be boring? Wouldn't life be boring? Wouldn't YouTube be boring? If you just had channels, everyone was just agreeing with everybody all the time. It would just be really boring. But anyway. Oh, Leicester getting themselves in a bit of a muddle at the back. I don't know what they're doing. They're getting themselves in the right muddle, and they do manage to get the ball clear. Strange defending there from Leicester. And then they put the ball out for a throw. We need to make the most of this. Leicester looking a little bit ragged at the minute, and we have started the second half well, as I kind of felt that we would. Now the ball's played into Leah Volti. Midfield goes out to the far side. Lotta Wubben-Moy on halfway. Like to play up that far side. Wasn't a great ball, actually. Looking for Emily Fox. It's gone out for a throw to Leicester. We've played, nearly 3.5 minutes in the second half. And Arsenal started on top, but haven't really managed to create an opportunity yet. Anyway, Leicester coming forward now for the first time in the second half. That's a good tackle, actually, there from Katie McCabe, but the ball is going to fall to Leicester again. Sam Tierney, now she's offside. And it's going to be a free kick. Herman says, sorry I was late at the first half, but it seems the older I get, I have too many commitments which I have to attend. Well, that's life, my friend. It's life, isn't it? I think the older you get, you do have more commitments, don't you? Because you get more people want to see. Anyway, Caitlin Ford now on this near side. Trying to go around the outside inside the penalty. To get the cross in. Good defending again by CJ Bott. What a battle they've had. It's going to be a corner again to Arsenal, though. And as long as we keep the ball up this end, I'm sure we'll score. Greg says, as long as you don't upset Starmer, you're allowed to have disagreements. Well, yeah, as long as you don't upset the Stasi, I think is the actual correct term for it. You're not allowed an opinion that goes against the narrative. But on this channel, we're allowed different opinions because that's what it's all about, isn't it? That'd be boring otherwise. That's what they want, though. They want a boring society. Everyone just agrees with everyone. And, oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal. Beth Mead with it towards the near post. The goalkeeper punches it out. They did quite well again, the goalkeeper, actually. She's played pretty well, hasn't she? Kyra Cooney crosses, touches the ball off to Emily Fox, very central now. Plays out to that far side. Arsenal now with the ascendancy. Can we get the breakthrough? Are we going to see a little bit of quality here? Emily Fox's cross flicked on by Lotta Wubben-Moy. Can Frida keep it in? She does. And Arsenal got a throw over on that far side. You do feel the goals coming. William says 0-0. Yeah, at the moment, my friend, at the moment, don't you worry. Loads of time yet. Gregory says Lacasse is doing great at Utah Royal, scoring goals, getting assists and winning player of the match. Why couldn't you do this at Arsenal? The NWSL, I think, is an awesome player. Yeah, but I don't think the standard of the league's as high, is it? That's one thing you've got to bear in mind. It's like a player who scores in the men's game, a player who scores 40 goals a season in the Championship suddenly plays in the Premier League and might get 10 goals, 5 goals. Well, why isn't he scoring 40 goals? Because the standard of the opposition is better. And I think that's what it was in the WSL. Lucas was a great player, and she's a great player. But if the level that you're playing against drops slightly, you're going to look even better, aren't you? That's sport, isn't it? Anyway, Leicester are coming forward now, looking to try to get a goal. They did it at the bar in the first half. Cross comes in, lots of heads out of the way. And then Katie McCabe can complete the clear. Not very well, actually. And Arsenal was just struggling to get the ball out at this moment. Ruby Mason have a little bit of space. Does well, actually. Goes past Freedom Island. Tries a shot from distance, but it's well wide. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. 51.5 minutes played here at the King Power Stadium. It is Leicester City 0, Arsenal 0. Match day 2 of the new WSL season. Arsenal need to win this game. And I don't want to start thinking about some of them games from last season when we thought, oh, yeah, don't worry, we'll score a goal. And we didn't. We ended up losing the Tottenham game, for example. West Ham. You feel a goal's coming, It doesn't come, does it? I do think it will today, but I don't want to start thinking too much about them games from last season. Arsenal now looking to come forward, and Kyra Cooney cross loses out in midfield to Sam Tierney. She plays the ball up this near side. Leicester started to settle now in the second half, actually. Arsenal started really, really lively, and now Leicester just settled down. But that's football, isn't it? No team dominates a whole 45 minutes, do they? Each team will have their own little spell. And it's just you've got to make the most of the ones that you get. Anyway, let's almost give the ball away. Caitlin Ford was almost in there, trying to come forward there. Great play again from Leia Cadena. She reads the game so well, doesn't she? Just stepped in there, stopped that Leicester attack. And she just plays the ball square across to Lotta, Woober, Moy. Now it's with Emily Fox over on that far side. Greg says KCC looks a yard short of pace. Yeah, she is struggling a little bit in this game. Terry says get Rosa on. Yeah, I'd get Rosa on. Get Stina on. We need a goal. Get Stina on. How many times did you come off the bench last season to get the goal that we needed? I'll be thinking about doing that. It's normally about 60 minutes, isn't it? Anyway, Leah Volti there tries to win the ball in midfield. Now Leicester's only got 2 players over on this near side. This is dangerous here for Leicester. Is this going to be a moment for them? It wasn't a great ball, actually. Katie Leia Cadena managed to block that. But the cross comes in from this near side, but definitely Van Domselaar's there. No problem at all. Herman says, I'm listening through my Apple AirPods, which make the sound much clearer. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, that's what you should all do. You need some good clear sound, don't you? Just a shame my voice is a bit croaky. I'm still not quite over my cold yet. Anyway, that ball's played forward up this near side. CJ blocked. Oh, it's a sloppy back pass. Russo's in. Can she get a finish? Plays it across 6 yards. It's going to be a goal. It is a goal. Frida Marnham's there. Leicester made a mistake. Leslie Russo pounced, and Frida Marnham made that run into the box and couldn't miss. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. It took our time to do it, but we finally got the breakthrough. And it is that moment we all love. Brilliant, brilliant stuff there. It was a great cross from Leslie Russo. Great play for Russo. And Frida scores. Greg says, great play, Russo. Viking power, says Herman, indeed. Terry says Frida. Gregory says finally, and says thank goodness. It was never in doubt, was it? Let's be honest, it was never in doubt. It was just a matter of time. And Frida on the score sheet again, the 3rd game in a row. She's making that position her own, isn't she? She's the one player that you know is going to get in the box. And if you're, when you're Leslie Russo there, you've got the ball, the angle's tight, and you think, what am I going to do? You know that Frida's going to make that run and get herself into the box. She did. Couldn't miss. And that is the difference at this level of football. You make a mistake like that, you get punished. And that is what Arsenal have done. You're saying we're not ruthless enough. We were certainly ruthless there, wasn't we? Capitalised on that mistake. But Terry says, now let's go for the throats and make that kill. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure we will now. The first goal is always the hardest goal to get, isn't it? once you're ahead, it all becomes a little bit easier. There's a little bit less pressure. You can relax a little bit more. But yeah, we need that. We needed that first goal. And I'll be amazed now with what? So we've only played 10 minutes, 11 minutes of the second half. We don't go on to get a few more. Stone says, hey, I can't get this game in Canada today. Any suggestions? FA player was the spot last year. The FA player aren't doing it anymore. It is on YouTube, the Barclays WSL YouTube channel, but I don't know about other countries. I'm not sure. But yeah, the FA player don't have the games on anymore, which is a shame. It's all about money, isn't it? It's all about money. There you go. Gregory said, now Leicester should open up and the goals start coming. Well, yeah, and the substitutions are coming as well. Here we go. The substitutions are coming. We've got Mariona Caldente is coming on. Actually, Kim Little's coming on first for Kyra Cooley-Cross. So Kim Little's coming on for Kyra. What substitutions we've got here? And Frida's going off for Stina. Frida, the goal scorer. So you imagine Russo's going to drop into that number 10 position. And then it's going to be Mariona as well, who will be coming on for Beth Mead. So they're the 3 substitutions. They're not 3 bad subs to have, are they? Wow. Multiple Champions League winner Mariona Caldente, our top scorer from the last 2 seasons, Frida Minor, and our captain Kim Little, 3 substitutes. And people say we can't win. How can you say we can't win the league when this is our squad? These are substitutes that we're bringing on when we're 1-0 up away from home, and then we're bringing on these substitutes here. Regina says works with VPN. We stop telling people how to watch the game. I wanted to stay here. Regina says Russo was the goal scorer. No, Frida Minor scored the goal. It wasn't Russo, it was Frida that scored. Russo set her up. Greg says, now that's an attacking team. Well, it's an attacking team. It's a quality team, isn't it? Let's be honest. And I just realised I put the score the wrong way around. I put Leicester 1 and Arsenal. No, that's not right, is it? With people tuning in thinking that we're losing. We're not losing, we're winning. Look, here we go. That's better, isn't it? I mean, I just got a bit too excited with a goal. There you go. Terry says, Stina, Kimmy and Veggie, indeed. Indeed. Herman says, try ESPN Sports Channel. Oh, stay with us. Stay with us as well. I mean, watch that as well, but stay with us. Because all those other channels like ESP and the Barclays Women's Channel on YouTube, they all billion-pound companies. You know, I need the viewers more than they do. So stay with me. Anyway, the boys now back with the Leicester goalkeeper. Let's see how these changes, what difference they make. They should give us a little bit more freedom in attack, shouldn't they? You know, with Mariona, with Stina, and with Kim. But let's see. Leicester, good run down this near side. CJ Botts had a good game for Leicester. She's been their best player. What's the cross like? She's going to go all the way herself. CJ Bott tries to get a shot and it's blocked. And now Arsenal can get it away. Anyway, Leicester still in possession though, and CJ Bott again. Misunderstanding though, the ball played forward. No Leicester player ran onto it there, and Kim Little can get there. Rajendra says, you split screen, view both. The commentary and view. Well, that is the way forward, my friend. That is definitely the way forward. That's what people do. And says, Rich is much better than chap commentating on YouTube. I've got the sound off actually, so I can't hear, to be honest with you. But thank you very much. Anyway, Arsenal are back in possession. Katie McCabe on this near side. And Arsenal now with the lead. We just need to get that second goal, don't we? We've said that so many times before. Get that second goal and we can really relax. And we've certainly got the players on to do it now. Leslie Russo dropped a little bit deeper. Stina's playing through the middle now. Arsenal coming forward. Emily Fox on that far side. Puts the cross in. It's overhit slightly. CJ Bott is going to deal with this. Although she's miskicked it behind completely. Just saying out what a good game she's had. She just concedes an unnecessary corner. Terry says, hit that thumbs up button. We need 30 for 2-0. I don't know what we're on, but whatever we're on, we need more. Let's aim for 50 or whatever, but let's get to 30 first if we're not that high up yet. Anyway, so corner to Arsenal on this near side. which Mariona Caldente has come across the tape. She goes short though to Katie McCabe. Or Katie McCabe now have a little bit of a chance across the ball. She does. Oh, it goes all the way across the walls, Russo. She can't get her foot on it. Leah Rolty will. Over on that far side, and the cross comes in from Emily Fox. It's deflected. It would be another corner, but Leicester do manage to keep it in just about, but not for very long, because Arsenal are still in possession of Emily Fox over on that far side. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Lotta Wubben-Moy, 61 minutes on the clock. Leicester 0, Arsenal 1 in this big game for Arsenal in the WSL. Chance to get our first victory of the season in the league. Mariona Caldente around the outside. Can she get the cross in? Oh, that's lovely. Lovely skill from Mariona. Oh, was she caught in the box there? The referee says no. In fact, she gives a free kick to Leicester instead. Mariona felt her shirt was maybe pulled there, and maybe she had a point. Gregory says, in Canada, you need a VPN to set to England to watch Arsenal games live on YouTube channel. Oh, okay. There you go. That's what you need to do. Anyway, Leicester making 2 substitutions of their own as well. It is going to be Siori Takawada's coming on. And who else is coming on? Dina Rose is coming on as well, the Canadian. Ruby Mace is going off. Former Arsenal player. A decent game, actually, Ruby Mace, I thought, protecting that back four. But they're bringing on Dina Rose, who, of course, is a striker, can score some goals, which is what Leicester need. And Missy Goodwin's gone off as well. That was the other change for Leicester. So both teams have made some substitutions now as we hit the midway point in this second half. And Leicester looking to try and get themselves back into this game. They've certainly worked hard, Leicester, haven't they? They've defended well. They've made it difficult for us. But we've got the lead, and we just need to consolidate that now, manage this game, get the second goal, and then hopefully we can go on and get a few more. Emily Fox now plays it square to Leia Cadena, brings the ball out of defence. The Spaniard touches it to Kim Little, gets it back again. Katie McCabe's on this near side. If she wants it, she doesn't. Plays it into Mariona, gets it back. Now she uses Katie McCabe. Plays it forward to Stina Blackstenius, touches it back to Leia Cadena. LG says, we literally generate next to nothing from set pieces. Can't believe this is the same club that employs Nicholas Joe. Yeah, but he doesn't work with the women, does he? Anyway, the ball's over on that far side. Now the ball's played into Caitlin Ford. Can she dig a cross out? No, she can't. Instead, she plays it back to Emily Fox. Arsenal pushing Leicester back, looking for their second goal. Leia Cadena plays it short to Katie McCabe. Comes up this near side. Mariona cuts in field, pass 1, pass 2, finds Kim Little. Now touches it off to Leah Volti. Caitlin falls over on that far side. Leah Volti plays it to the edge of the area. Oh, nice play from Mariona into Stina. Touches it back. Mariona's shot hits the Leicester defender. That was good play there from Arsenal inside the penalty area. Couldn't quite get the shot away, Mariona. Lovely link-up play there again. But the shot hit the defender. And in the end, it came to nothing. It's now back with Daphne Van Domselaar. We've played 64 minutes here at the King Power Stadium. It is still Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. Frida Marnham with the goal. And a great goal it was as well. And now Leicester are looking for a counter-attack, trying to get Dina Rose over on that far side. But good play from Emily Fox again. Finds Daphne Van Domselaar. So cool in possession. Daphne, she just touched it off to Kim Little. Now it's with Katie McCabe on this near side for Arsenal. 65 minutes played. 25 to go. And Arsenal with the lead. But I'd like a second goal just to keep the nerves. But anyway, Emily Fox now puts the cross in. It's flicked on off a Leicester head and then cleared away again. Not very far, though, only comes to Katie McCabe. Finds Mariona on his near side, plays it square. Kim Little on the head of the box. Oh, poor touch from Kim, actually, unusually. Mariona steps in again, wins back possession for Arsenal. She's already made a difference, hasn't she, with her energy and her skills. Anyway, Caitlin Ford touches it off to Leah Volti. And she plays it back to Leia Cadena, gets it back, Leah Volti. Now it's with Leia Cadena again inside the centre circle. Plays it to Mariona again on this near side. Arsenal just slowing it down, keeping possession. Lots of Wubamino over on that far side, a little bit of space for her, touches it forward. Caitlin Ford lays it off to Emily Fox. Now it goes back again to Lotta Wubamino, square again to Emily, to Leicester. Nice ball. This is nice from Arsenal. That's a lovely ball, actually, up to Marion on his near side. It's going to be the second goal. Cross comes in towards the far post, looking for Caitlin Ford. It's headed away. And now Leicester can try to launch a counter-attack. Oh, they've done well, actually. This is a good play over on this far side. But in the end, Arsenal deal with that. Kim Little deal with that, of course. LG says, look at the difference between Mariona taking on her fullback compared to Caitlin Ford down. Well, yeah, they're different players, aren't they? And that's fine. That's what you need substitutes for. That's what you have a squad for. You know, you can't play the same players all the time. The other players have to play. And sometimes a player comes off the bench and they make a difference. That's the whole point of having substitutes, isn't it? Mariona play. If we didn't have substitutes, we just had to rely on 11 players, you'd be saying we don't have a big enough squad. Now we've got a squad, so we can do that. We can change things when it's not working. That's what having a squad's about, isn't it? Anyway, Stina, not quite. It was a good idea from Stina trying to get Emily Fox in over on that far side. Wasn't a good execution, though. And in the end, let's pick up possession. But Arsenal now playing with the two strikers, Russo and Stina, which I like. And I want to, it'd be nice if that happened a bit more often. It does work. Anyway, Leicester trying to come forward, but Leia Cadena's there, gets the ball back to Daphne Van Domselaar. Looked very, very cool on her debut, hasn't she, Daphne? She did a great game today. And let's hope that it's the start of a really long and successful Arsenal career, because she is a great goalkeeper. And yeah, I'm so excited to see her in an Arsenal shirt, finally in the Arsenal team. And she hasn't had much to do today in terms of goalkeeping, which you would have expected her to, but, you know, there you go. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward. Caitlin McCabe finds Mariona. But that's the point of buying a world-class player, isn't it? You buy a world-class player because they raise the level, and that's what we've bought Mariona for, to do that. So why are we surprised? No, of course we're not, because Mariona's a world-class player. She's on the ball now. Plays the ball in. This is nice football, actually. A little touch off there. It didn't quite work. I think it was Caitlin Ford, but Arsenal going to get a throw instead on the near side. Stina's off on a run. Instead, the ball goes in to Leah Volti. And now it's back to Leia Cadena. Arsenal being patient, and I think being patient is key. We don't have to force the second goal. We want to get the second goal. Of course we do. But we need to keep patient, not take risks or chances, keep our shape and discipline, and the chances will come. Mariona just touches that ball off to Kim Little. It goes out to the far side. Emily Fox plays it forward to Russo. Now it's with Caitlin Ford, plays it on to Emily Fox, but it's cleared away by Leicester. That was nice football from Arsenal coming up towards the last 20 minutes. LG says she's world class. Caitlin's not, but no one ever said Caitlin was. No team has, you don't have 15, 16 world class players in your squad, do you? You have some very good players, and you have a couple of world class players sprinkled in, and that's every successful team has that. That's what we've got. What's wrong with that? Nothing. No one's ever said Caitlin Ford's a world class player. She's not. She's a good player. She's a very good player, and that's the way, you know. And they're the sort of players that you need. And you also need the world class players as well. It's the mix, isn't it? So you're almost saying like it's a bad thing. It's not. It's a good thing. And no one's ever said Caitlin's world class. After this team aren't world class. After WSL, most teams in WSL don't have world class players, do they? They're dotted around. Of course they are. Anyway, the ball plays forward now. Kim Little, who is world class, always has been. Oh, and this is we say that she trips over her own feet and just putting the ball behind for a goal kick. We've got 20 minutes to play. We can relax a little bit. Do you think we can yet? I'm still a little bit worried because it's only 1-0, but Leicester haven't really looked like scoring in this second half. We're going to make another substitution now as well. And it is going to be Rosa Kafaji coming on for Arsenal. Leicester making 2 more as well. Courtney Nevin is going to be one of them. And I think it's Shana is coming on as well. Anyway, he's going off for Arsenal. So this is Leicester substitute first. CJ Bott's going off. And Courtney Nevin's going on. I thought CJ Bott had a very good game. Now the Arsenal substitute is going to be made. And it is going to be, oh no, it's not. This is the second Leicester substitution, sorry. Number 10's going off, Muchen's going off. And it is going to be number 28, who is Chassonet's coming on. And for Arsenal, Katie McCabe's going off. Katie McCabe's going off. She had an all right game, didn't she? And Rosa Kafaji is coming on. And Rosa Kafaji may well end up being a world-class player when she's a bit more experienced. Terry says, here we go. Katie's off. Yeah, Katie is off. I'm not quite sure who's going to play left back then. Or are we going to go free at the back, maybe? Maybe we're going free at the back now. Maybe that's what we're doing. Ange B says, come on, Rosa, indeed. Let's see some magic from little Rosa. Anyway, Leia Cadena there wins that ball. In fact, Caitlin Fall's come across to play left back. There's a bit of a shot. Wasn't expecting that, was we? So Caitlin Fall's playing left back. This looks like it was a pre-arranged thing because it just seemed to be quite smooth the way that they did it. So yeah, Caitlin Fall's now playing left back. Rosa, you would imagine, is probably going over on that right-hand side. Russo's in the number 10. Stina's up front. Kim Little is back in her usual position in midfield. And yeah, interesting stuff. LG says Caitlin is left back. Yeah, she is. So she might not be a world-class player, but she's versatile. She can play in different positions. So that's good news, isn't it? And that makes her an important player. Mariona now is an important player, gets that ball forward. Kim Little, well, it wasn't a good ball back to her, actually. Kim Little's had a couple of loose touches since she's come on. That's a long ball over the top there, looking for Stina. Takes it well. Stina finds Caitlin Ford getting forward. The ball inside. Kim Little touches it onto Russo. Russo's got past the defender. Can she get the shot away? She does. Oh, good save again by the goalkeeper for Leicester. Lias Kopp down to her right-hand side. Stina did well there. And that's another good save, actually. The goalkeeper's made a couple of good saves in this game to keep us at bay. But we have got that one goal so far, and it's all that makes the difference in this game. Now, a lovely ball here. Russo tries to cross it in, looking for Stina. The cross was blocked. She gets it back, though, Russo. Mariona did really well again. She is such a great player. So smooth with the ball. Caitlin Ford now plays it back to Leia Cadena. Now it's with Caitlin Ford again. Again, she goes back to Leia Cadena. A little bit of space just on halfway for the Spaniard. Kim Little takes it on the half turn, finds Mariona on the edge of the box, played out to that far side. Emily Fox, this is good from Arsenal. What's the cross like? It's all right. Header comes in. Oh, not quite from Stina. Just cleared away. That was a lovely bit of football that from Arsenal. We're suddenly looking a lot more relaxed when we're coming forward. Leah Volti now bringing it forward for Arsenal again. A bit congested ahead of her. She runs into a little bit of trouble, but keeps possession, finds at Kim Little. Into the last 16 minutes here at the King Power Stadium. It is Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. It was Frida Martin with the goal. Since gone off. In fact, she went off a couple of minutes after she scored. Anyway, Russo there has to stretch for that ball, manages to keep possession for Arsenal. We're certainly managing this game quite well. We would like to see a second goal, wouldn't we? Just to make us relax a bit more. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji over on that near side won a throw for Arsenal. Did really well there. Lovely little bit of skill from the Swedes who's playing up the right-hand side. We've taken that throw. So we've Lotta Wubenmoy. And what's happened here? Oh, there's an injury now to the Leicester goalkeeper. So there's going to be another little break in play. She needs some treatment as well. That's one thing I've noticed, actually. I don't know whether or not it's just me that's noticed it, but I've noticed in the WSL, in women's football in general, you seem to get more goalkeeping injuries than you do in the men's game. The goalkeepers seem to get injured more. I suppose maybe they're throwing themselves around, aren't they? And, you know, I know it may not be considered to be necessarily the right way of saying stuff, but, you know, women's bodies are slightly more weaker and more vulnerable than men, aren't they? So if women are throwing themselves around, they're probably more likely to get injured than men are doing the same kind of thing, aren't they? That's just biology. We talked about this on the show the other night, didn't we? And maybe that's just the way it is. But I've noticed goalkeepers do seem to need more treatment in the WSO in women's football. You don't tend to see it in the Premier League very often, do you? Unless they're trying to waste time, of course, at the end of a game. But other than that, you don't tend to see it very often, do you? So just something I've just noticed, that's all. Rajendra says, should we have 4 quarters in a game instead of 2 halves? No, because no, I wouldn't like that. There's too many breaks in play as it is. I don't think we need 4 quarters. Not when the game's only 45 minutes a half. I don't think you need to break that down. I don't think you do, really. The only way I would say that is if we made the game longer, and if you played for like 2 hours or something, and you could make it like half-hour quarters, but not as it is now. No, I wouldn't want to change it anyway. I kind of like a half time and a second half now. I think that's how it should be. Greg says it's not an injury, it's tactics. When the manager and every team is under pressure, the keeper goes down. No, I know it can. In the Premier League, it is 100%. We know that's what David Raya did last week at Man City, didn't he? We know that for a fact. And the goalkeepers in the men's game, they don't tend to get injured. Oh, look at that lovely take from Rosa Kafaji. She's going to go on her own. Is she going to get a great goal here? Oh, maybe she should have passed it. She got a little bit excited there. It's a lovely touch, actually. Anyway. Stone says goalkeeper injuries in women's soccer allows coaches to make changes. Yeah, no, sometimes that is a reason, I agree, but it seems to be more often in the women's game. Rajendra says, well, the goalkeepers go down after 22 minutes. Sometimes they do. But yeah, maybe it is a tactical thing as well. I don't know. Yeah, I've noticed it in the men's game more. It seems more tactical in the men's game, doesn't it? You just see it more happening in women's football. You just seem to see goalkeepers needing treatment more often in the women's game. And I say, is it to do with the fact that their bodies are a little bit more fragile, maybe the men's? That's the only thing I can make a point of, really. But maybe it is just a tactical thing. Maybe that's why they do it. I don't know. I don't think Daphne in the first half was looking to waste time. It was 0-0. I don't think there was much tactical stuff going on there, was it? And now Leicester losing. All now they're coming forward up this near side. Dina Rose. Is this going to be Arsenal going to be caught out here? Ball played across. Shot comes in. Oh, great save from Daphne. Brilliant save. That is what she's there for. Down quickly to her left-hand side to touch that round the post. And that was Janice Cayman there with the effort. It's a good counter-attack, actually, from Leicester. Dina Rose, it was on this near side, low cross towards a penalty spot. That was going in, but that's a decent save from Daphne there. A really, really good save. And that is what we've been looking for. That is what we knew she can do. Leicester have got a corner. We haven't got out of trouble yet. We've cleared that away, but still the ball is with Leicester. And they've just got a little head of steam as it comes to the last 11 minutes. This is why you need that second goal, don't you, for moments like that? Or you just need a great goalkeeper, and it doesn't matter then, does it? Daphne just made that great save, and that'll be a great way for her to finish her debut if it finishes like that, will it? Terry says, save Daph in D. Greg says, that's why she should be first. I agree. I absolutely agree. Greg says, goalkeeper injuries in the NWSL are just as frequent, and the coaches do the same. And says, well done, Daph. Indeed, well done. I mean, if she did get a touch on that one in the first half, that's 2 good saves in this game. And 2 saves that you have to say would Zinsberger have made. First one, definitely not. That second one, maybe. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji has just conceded a free kick inside the centre circle. We're into the last 10 minutes here at the King Power Stadium. It is Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. Leicester making another substitution. Sam Tierney is going off, and it's going to be Amelia Pelgander's coming on. Another Swede entering the game. Oh, I'm back again. I don't know there. Anyway, Mariona Caldente is coming forward, finds a ball up this near side for Caitlin Ford, plays it forward. Oh, Stina wasn't ready for that. It wasn't a great pass anyway. Stina wasn't quite ready there, was she? Terry says, to be fair, Say fans wouldn't have put it out for a corner. No, she would have held it. Anyway, Leicester coming forward, or trying to come forward, but actually they're playing it around at the back at the minute, looking to come forward now, trying to beat the Arsenal press, which they have. And Kamen plays it forward. Dina Rose is in behind. Suddenly Arsenal looking a bit ragged. Is this going to be the equaliser? Oh, definitely makes another save. That wasn't a great finish that time, you have to say. But definitely, again, stood firm, made the save. And suddenly Leicester have had 2 chances for this equaliser. And definitely come to the rescue. Now ball over the top for Stina at the other end. Can Arsenal get the second goal? But Stina's offside. Oh. Terry says another good save. That indeed that wasn't a great finish, you have to say, from Dina Rose, who's actually made a difference since she's come on. But that was another good save. And Leicester have now won a corner. They got their tails up here, Leicester. And in the last 10 minutes, Arsenal are having to, I wouldn't say hang on exactly. She looked offside actually there. I don't know what the linesman was doing. Anyway, she got into the penalty area and definitely stayed on her feet, made the striker make a decision, and in the end, she's made a great save. Another good save, and that's a corner to Leicester over on that far side. They put it straight in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's over hit actually, but it's going to come all the way up this near side. Leicester trying to get this equaliser. Good defending there from Caitlin Ford, and then Emily Fox just puts it out. It's a throw. Rajendra says, get Reed on. No, we don't need to get Reed on. The 2 centre-backs are doing all right. I don't like making changes to the defence when you're 1-0 up. It unsettles people. You're not used to the relationships in that game. Not unless there's an injury. You know, when you're 1-0 up, you don't want to disrupt your defence too much. Yes, we've taken Katie off and made that change. So we don't want to make any more change at the back. Not for me. Not at this point in the game. Anyway, Caitlin Ford's actually done all right at left back, to be fair. Maybe that's a position for her in the future a little bit. Obviously, Steph Catley will be back soon, and I'm sure she'll be playing at left back when she does. That's a long ball up this near side. It's a good ball, actually. Mariona gets the touch. She's got Stina off on a run. Mariona's going to go on her own. Stina's still there for the ball. Stina now inside the box. Siston turning away. Stina, she's gone a bit wide. Tries to get the cross in. Won the corner. Well played, Stina. And the link up there with Mariona was pretty good there. She could have maybe played the ball to Stina a little bit earlier. She didn't. Stina did get it. In the end, she took it around the defender. It was a little bit wide, but managed to drill the cross in. And she's won a corner. And we're into the last, 7 minutes here at the King Power Stadium. It's going to be Mariona to take this corner. Kimlet will come for a short one. Now she goes away. Get it in the mixer. And there might well be another substitution here. Actually, no, Daphne's gone down again. Looks like the same injury she had before. I don't think this is tactical. I don't think this one's tactical because we've got a corner. Why would you stop the play when we've got a corner? Seems silly. I do think she's still got that same issue that she had. Obviously, she's had an injury, Daphne. We know that. And it looks like it's some sort of side injury or something like that. They're just showing the goal again. It was actually CJ Bott's back pass. Russo was in quickly. And then look at that movement from Frida to find the space, to tuck the ball away. And she is in great form, isn't she? Frida, that's her 4th goal of the season already. And the 3rd game in a row that she has found a target. In fact, she scored in 4 of the last 5 games. And Daphne is back on her feet again. And she's had a great debut, Daphne, you have to say. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. She has had a great debut. And yeah, brilliant. Terry says Daph's after another cuddle from the medic. I don't know about that. She does look as though she's got a slight leg injury, but anyway. I've suddenly got some adverts here on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. It's rubbish, isn't it? Actually, why has it done that? Why has it gone to highlights of Arsenal versus Rangers? Has anyone else has done that, or is it just mine? What's happened here? Has anyone else's YouTube gone? The YouTube of the game. What's happened? What is happening? I've got Aston Villa versus Tottenham now. We don't want Aston Villa versus Tottenham, do we? We don't want that at all. We want. You see, this is the trouble. You get amateurs doing stuff. This is what you get. You see. What's going on here? Anybody got any ideas? Anybody else got any other? Has anyone else got these problems? LG says it. What do you mean it's ended? It can't end when the game's still going on. That's ridiculous. What's that all about? So YouTube, Barclays Super League channel. Look, you see, this is the problem, right? You get people running things that haven't got a clue what they're doing. Laker says they just ended the stream. What, in the middle of the game, just for no reason. They just ended the stream today. Oh, well done. See, this is why what I would say is in the future games, right, guys, don't bother with all that rubbish. Come here because we won't let you down. We will not let you down. Anna says Barclays just cut out for me. They probably run out of money. No one's put their money in the slot, have they? So ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know what you're doing. Honestly, I don't know what you are doing. You are mental. You've got to sort this out. I'm sorry. You have got to sort it out and get this game back for us. Please. Thank you very much. Stop messing about. What are they doing? Does anybody actually know what they're doing? Oh, and I've got it back again. I've got it back, guys. I've got it back. We are back. Leicester in possession. We've played 82 minutes. Anyway, Arsenal now. Caitlin Fort on his near side plays it forward to Leslie Russo. We lose the ball again, actually. We've been a bit ragged in this second half. Not quite sure what we're doing here. Lakers says their game hasn't ended, but they ended the stream. Well, I've managed to get it again. So I've got the game here. So stay with us and you will get to hear the final few minutes here. Mariona Caldente going forward. In fact, have we not seen this bit before already? Oh, yeah, we did. We saw this bit. This is Stina going in the corner a minute ago. So anyway, it's gone behind for a corner. This is how far we got before, isn't it? Rajendra said they've been hit by cyber trolls. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's happened. What I would say is, though, if you have been watching the actual WSL YouTube stream, just don't bother with them again because they're useless. Just stay with us because we don't just decide to stop a stream midway through a game. You just don't do it. So I'm not quite sure what's happening here because we've gone back to the Daphne Van Domslar injury and then the stream's gone off, is it? No, it hasn't. No, I think they have just ended the stream for no apparent reason, which is mental, isn't it? Anyway, at the minute we're still going on at 84 minutes. And it says Barclays is ahead of WSL and then it goes off. Exactly, yeah. Because they're just, I don't know, that is, honestly, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's totally ridiculous that this has happened, which is mental. It is absolutely mental. But this is a problem, you see. You get amateurs running stuff. Amateurs, that's what they are. They are amateurs. But anyway, don't worry about that because we are going to find the game for you. Absolutely 100% guaranteed. I'm not going to let these absolute morons ruin our day. Of course we're not. So let's have a look. Anyway, don't worry about it because we are still 1-0 up. We are still 1-0 up. Do not panic. We are still winning, and that is the main thing, isn't it? We are 1-0 up. We're in the last minute of the 90. Frida Marnham's goal, it is, separates the teams. That goal scored early in the second half. It hasn't been the most fluid Arsenal performance. Let's not try and kid ourselves. It has been. But it's been all right, and we've looked like we're getting a victory. But let's see what is going to happen. For some reason, they've still taken the stream away on the Barclays site. But there was that other channel I was watching before. Let me see if I can find that. We're going to get this game. We're not going to let them beat us. We are not going to let the amateurs running the game. There's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. Arsenal are heading towards a first WSL victory of the season. And when it says, honestly, they just cut it off. Who does that? Well, I don't know. LG's made a good point there. Bring back the FA player. Exactly. Problem is, though, the FA don't run the WSL anymore, do they? They gave it up for this new company that wants to change the way it's all done. And this is what you get. If you get amateurs running stuff, we don't know what they're doing, you're going to get a very, very poor service, aren't you? And it's a lesson to be learned. Anyway, it's still Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. We are into 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're not sure how much more stoppage time there's going to be. But at the moment, that's where we are. And hopefully, we can see this game through and get the 3 points. Nikki says, I thought it was just my stream. What a moment to cut. Exactly, yeah. We don't know, do we? Amar says, how much added time my stream got cut off? Well, we don't know, do we? Because everyone's stream got cut off. We can't see the game. Cornish Gooner says, should we be worried about lack of depth at left back? Katie looks like she's carrying a knock to me. Well, I mean, Steph Cat is going to be fit soon, so let's not. It says additional time, 7 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes to play, 7 minutes of stoppage time. We've got a comment there from Wambazy says, bad streaming. It is bad streaming. Alan says 7 minutes of injury time. Indeed, 7 minutes. We've played 3 of those 7 minutes. It's still 1-0. This is ridiculous, honestly. This is ridiculous. I mean, Barclays can barely run a bank, let alone try and run something important like the WSL matches. Why on earth are they even giving them a YouTube channel? I don't know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It is ridiculous. Nobody knows what's happening. I say that it's in a way it's a really bad thing for the WSL. It's a bad thing for that channel, but it might be a good thing for us because what it means is people know with us that you stay with us and you get coverage of the games. Now, obviously, I wasn't expecting this to happen, so I've had a few issues and a few problems getting things sorted. But anyway, Rajendra says cut off in the 84th minute. Indeed, it did. Anna says Russo for man of the match. Well, player of the match, but we take your point. She's had a decent enough game. Yeah, I think it's not been a great Arsenal performance, has it? It's back on. Go to the channel. They've added another stream. Have they added another stream? Have they? They're completely mental, aren't they? Then you've got to watch the advert for 10 minutes first, which is great, isn't it? Anyway, ridiculous. Oh, they have had another stream. We're into the 94th minute. Arsenal coming forward, looking for that second goal, trying to get the ball back, but we've lost out actually. And now Leicester are coming forward over on that far side, and that's a foul. It will probably be a yellow card as well for Leia Cadena. And suddenly Leicester looking to try and get this late equaliser. We played 4 minutes of the 7. Kim says there they lost the live feed for both of the 3 p.m. kickoffs because they're morons. There you go. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, it's terrible, isn't it? But don't worry about them. Stay with us because we're better. We won't let you down, you see, because we know what we're doing. Anyway, it's a free kick to Leicester. Comes long up this near side. It is Cayman, does well actually, plays the ball back, and suddenly Leicester coming forward looking for a late equaliser. That would be a shocker, wouldn't it, for Arsenal? There's still 2.5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Arsenal got everybody back actually, defended that really, really well. And now Leicester trying to still come forward over on that far side. Emily Fox is in, but we've lost possession again. And suddenly Leicester are putting us under pressure, but that's going to run behind. That is going to be a goal kick. And we have got 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. It's a goal kick to Arsenal. Getting very, very close now, aren't we, to the victory that we so desperately needed. Really, really needed this. Be our first WSL victory of the season. It's been hard work, but there's no easy games, is there, in the WSL? And we shouldn't expect any easy games, but it's good stuff, isn't it? Amar says, and we thought the FA player was bad. I just thought the camera angles were bad on the WSL at Meadow Park, and that was my problem with it. But yeah, Cornish Gooner says 328 likes. Hit that like button, people. Yes, come and hit that like button, guys, before you all bugger off back to watch the WSL stream. Anyway, there's going to be another substitution now in the last few moments here. Katie Reid is coming on for Caitlin Ford for this last minute and a half of stoppage time. Katie Reid, of course, had a brilliant pre-season, didn't she? Sorry, and now she's going to come on in these last few minutes here. And Arsenal taking their time over the substitution. And Katie Reid has got us settling straight away because she's only got a minute to play. Looks as though we're going free at the back. But we've got a goal kick. And it's going to be Daphne Van Domslaar's had a very good debut, hasn't she? Who's going to take this goal kick towards halfway. And Leslie Russo picks it up and is putting pressure on Leicester, Arsenal is trying to win the ball back, and we have done now. And suddenly there's an opportunity here. Steena's battling away for the ball as well. But Leicester are really fighting for this. They've really played well, Leicester, today. You have to give them credit. And yes, we haven't maybe been at our total sharpest best. No, we haven't. But you have to sometimes give credit to the opposition. But ultimately, coming over with 3 points will be so important if we can. Anyway, Leicester coming forward now. This might well be their last attack. Ball tipped in towards a penalty, headed away by Leia Cadena. And now Arsenal have got a chance maybe for a counter-attack. Mariona Caldente in possession on this near side. Just keep the ball. That's what you've got to do. Cornish Guna says 2 great saves from Daphne. Maybe 3 great saves, actually, because I think she touched the other one. Alan says, player of the match, Van Domslaar. Yeah, I'd give it to Van Domslaar. I think she's been brilliant. And it's going to be a clean sheet you're expecting here on her debut. Unless there's some real late drama here. We've played the 7 minutes already. There will be a bit more added on because we took a long time over that substitution, so that's our own fault. James says the coach is bonkers, takes Katie out, leaves us with no left back. Leicester exploits our left side. Lucky to win this. Well, I wouldn't say we're necessarily lucky to win it. I think the goalkeeper's made a couple of good saves. But yeah, was Katie injured? I think we've mentioned this before. It's possible Katie's injured, in which case it wasn't really the coach's fault. He had to make the substitution to take an injured player out. But I do think that's the end of the game. It is the end of the game. The full-time whistle has gone. We have held on. And as Mark C. rightly says, a valuable 3 points. It is. Every 3 points is a valuable. And I've said before, I don't care if we win 1-0 or we win 5-0. You win the games, you get your 3 points, and that's all you can do. Jonas is coming onto the pitch now. He's going to shake hands with some of the Leicester players and the referee before we do our little huddle. Not the greatest Arsenal performance, it has to be said, but it doesn't matter. A win's a win, as Terry says there. It's a win, not great win, but a win. Go get cuddles now, Daphne. Yeah, definitely can get our cuddles now. Angie says, done. Cornish Go says, got no points. Regina says, 1-0 to the Arsenal. LG says, man of the match goes to YouTube. Yeah, player of the match goes to the YouTube producer who switched the stream off when the game was still going on. You know, we got the job done, and that's what matters. You know, Leicester actually played well today. They're not a bad side, and I think they're capable of taking points off other of the top teams. I really think they are. You know, we had some chances, 2 or 3 chances. We could have maybe scored a couple more goals. Leicester as well could have scored a couple of goals. Definitely made a couple of good saves in that second half, didn't she? But ultimately, we've got the job done. Did she? They showed this one in the first half again. Did Daphne get a touch on that? I think she might have done, you know. Anyway, we shall see. Amar says a win and a clean sheet. Nowhere near our best, but the 3 points all that matters. A week off now before Everton. Indeed. Herman says, what are the standings? Anna says, tired for midweek. Yeah, maybe tired for midweek. Yeah, we didn't look quite our best, did we? Please can I come on the channel, Richard? We're doing a show, aren't we? We're doing a show in the week. Cool says, congratulations, Arsenal from Nepal. Thank you very much for joining us. 170 Gunner says, important win, not a great performance. No, you're right, it wasn't a great performance. Alan says, Van Dom touched that shot. I think she did, yeah. See, that makes 3 good saves then, doesn't it, on her debut? She deserves player of the match, and if she did get a touch on that, that was an incredible save. In the end, though, you know, we took advantage of a Leicester mistake, and that's what we've done. Rajendra says they've shown some grit in the last 20 minutes. Should have done that from the start. Yeah, I agree. Carson says, yeah, I miss Stefan Lee. I think we all miss Stefan Lee at the moment after that performance. Greg says 3 points, move on and play better the next game. Early season, no problems. Yeah, exactly. Win the game, that's what it's about, isn't it? And says, catch up again. when Rich has a spare slot. Oh, come on. Would love you to come on, Ange, actually. Would really love you to come on. Absolutely. Definitely, please do. Next time, I'll let you know next time we've got a show. You'll have to come on. Terry says, Emma, stop wasting time. Go get a light bulb for next Friday. Yeah, go get a light bulb, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, they're just showing a few of the highlights here. Obviously, Kafaji with an effort there as well, which was well saved. I thought the Leicester goalie played well as well today, actually. And yeah, it was that sort of a game, wasn't it? It was that sort of a game. So yeah, we got the win, and the win's all that matters. You know, especially early in the season. You know, after last week's draw, the one thing we couldn't afford. Oh, hang on, I've just come back again. I'm having a few in. Isn't it? Oh, I've gone off again, haven't I? I don't know what's going on today. It's been a weird day, isn't it? Carson 101 says, I'm seeing the Arsenal v Chelsea match. If they play like this, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, but you see, the Chelsea game will be a totally different game because Chelsea will come to play against us. And we always raise our game when we play Chelsea anyway. So, you know, it'll be a different game. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Gregory says, take care of your health, Rich. We need your insightful comments. No, I'll be fine. I've just had this cold for about a week now. It's starting to do me head in. I mean, I'm feeling better now than I was, but yeah, it's not great, is it? James says, we struggle to break teams down. We struggle to break teams down that only want to defend. Chelsea don't just want to defend today, so I think that'll be a different game. But, you know, I think everybody struggles to break down teams that play like that. Because it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. Herman says, Churchill would agree, a win is a win. Exactly. And to be honest with you, right, I mean, I do think that you get games like that and you have to win. And then you move on and think, you know what, next week's another game. Everton, obviously, at the Emirates, be a totally different game. And, you know, we may well win that more easily. We may struggle and may not win it at all. But ultimately, it's about each game, taking each game as it comes and getting the best result you can. We got the result today, and that is what matters. We're going to play better than this. There's no doubt about that. We may well play worse. But the important thing was we got the win, and that's the only thing that really, really matters, isn't it? Rajendra says, Leicester show that they have some good players and they could have hunted impact. Now, to be honest with you, I thought Leicester played well today. And I think looking at that performance from Leicester, they will take points off some of the other teams. Some of the other bigger teams, they can take points off, especially at their ground. So we've come away with 3 points. And at the end of the season, we might look back on that and say, you know what? That was a really, really big 3 points because maybe Chelsea drew there or maybe Man City only got a draw there. So the fact that we've gone there and won, that may well end up being a big 3 points. Every 3 points is big though, isn't it? And it's put us on the right track. We're just 2 points off the top. Let's have a look at, someone asked about the standings, didn't they, before? Let's have a look at the table, shall we? Where are we? Let's have a look. So the table as it stands, there's still some games going on, don't forget. But as things stand, obviously Tottenham are playing at the moment. It's Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United have all got 6 points. They're the top 3. We're 4th with 4 points. Man City are 5th with 4 points. Then it's Brighton with 3 points. Liverpool with 2 points. Leicester with 1. West Ham with 1. And then it's Aston Villa, Everton, and Crystal Palace all with none. So we're doing all right. We're just 2 points off the top after 2 games. And that's fine. There's no problem with that, is there? So the results today then, Man City 1, Brighton 0. Everton 0, Man United 1. Why are these teams only winning 1-0? Leicester 0, Arsenal 1, West Ham 1, Liverpool 1, and Spurs are winning 1-0 at Aston Villa. We've only played 33 minutes of that particular game. Not many goals today. Very tight games. And I think this is what I've been saying, how close and how much better the WSL is now. Carson says they're joined because of the cut-off. But you're cool and deserve a subscribe for me. Oh, thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say so. Good to have you on board with us. Terry says, I wasn't impressed with the amount of short corners plus our slow play. No, I wasn't impressed with the short corners either, I've got to be honest. Why can't I just get the ball in the box? You know, when we did it, it created some problems, didn't it? Rajendra says they showed they could beat Chelsea. Yeah, they showed they could beat anybody. Greg says Leicester played well last week. Every women's team has improved this season except West Ham and Palace. Yeah, and I think you can see by the results today, you know, all 1-0 wins and a 1-1 draw. You know what I mean? And it just goes so, doesn't it? There's no easy games anymore. And the WSL used to be the top 2 teams would probably win nearly every game quite comfortably. And, you know, it's not like that anymore. It's changed completely. And teams have improved, you know, and it's better, isn't it? You know, yes, okay, that game wasn't the greatest game of football. We struggled at times, but wouldn't you rather watch a league that's competitive like this when you have to maybe find a way to win these games 1-0 rather than going and winning 6-7-0 every week? I would rather see a league like this because it shows the standards better, doesn't it? Terry says, I watched a bit of the Everton v Man U and it was making my eyes bleed. It was terrible. Was it? I never watched the game. Well, actually, they scored after 4 minutes, didn't they, Man United, in that one? Hopefully, it'll be a better game next week when we play Everton, but we'll have to see. James says, we need to be quick in our transitions. This passing backwards when we can make a progressive pass makes me mad. No, you're right. Yeah, I agree with that. We want to be doing that. Yeah. Herman says, thanks for this. Have to go. No problem, my friend. Thank you for joining us again. We will see you next week, I'm sure, for the Everton game. Actually, we'll have to just have a... Obviously, I've not been able to do as much stuff this last few days due to this cold I've had. So I'm a little bit behind on things. Tuesday night is, of course, the Champions League for the men. Arsenal versus PSG. We'll be here for that one, so join us for that. That's going to be good. Next Saturday, another 3 o'clock kickoff. Arsenal versus Southampton. I'll definitely be here for that one. So join us for that as well. And, of course, for the women, we don't now play until next Sunday. We'll be here for that as well. Everton at the Emirates, 2 o'clock kickoff, that one. So join me for that. We'll have an Arsenal women's show for you as well, which will probably have to be Wednesday night. I'm looking at, you know, Andreas being away on Friday. Could maybe do it Thursday. Anyway, we'll see. Look out for notifications on that one because we'll be doing that one very shortly. Vijendra says, competitive to improve the players so they can win in Europe. Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what it's about. Yeah, the more competitive the league is, the more chance you've got of doing well in Europe, haven't you? Greg said, I watched the City Brighton game. Should have got at least a draw. Well, there you go, you see. Carson says it's like Barcelona's win yesterday, 10-1. Honestly, an easy win. So I like the game. Well, yeah, but it's not good for the league, is it? Let's be honest. It's not good for the league, is it? Nakumbi says WSL has changed, but I still have a grip at the Arsenal team, a quick drift or speedy kind of player to push the rest of the girls. Sometimes the girls look to be so heavy. Yeah, I do think at the minute, though, what you got to remember is we played a lot of games in a short space of time with the Champions League qualifiers and the start of the season. Nakumbi says, or else we'll have to talk about the size of the pitch in the ladies' foot. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, we did mention this on our show the other night, actually, about the differences in, obviously, physically, men and women, and sort of changes in other sports that women's sport have. And, you know, but they should have, if they were going to change the size of the pitch, then they should have done that at the beginning with women's football rather than trying to change it now. I think that it's played on a full-size pitch and it should stay on a full-size pitch for me. That's what I think. I know, you know, everyone's got an opinion on it, and that's fine, but I just think at the minute Arsenal have had a tough start to the season with the Champions League qualifiers, so it's a matter of getting through these early games, isn't it? You know, we got the win today. We've got a great chance of getting a win, of course, on Sunday against Everton. Keep that momentum going into the season, and that's all you can do. It doesn't matter, does it? I'm not bothered too much about winning 5-0 or 6-0 or anything like that. I just care about winning games. And today we had to dig in and do it. And that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about digging in and getting the result. And we managed to do that today. So credit to everybody involved. All the players dug in when we had to. We got a little bit lucky with a goal, but you've got to have the quality to take advantage of that. And we did. And yeah, definitely in goal. Brilliant. I mean, wow. A couple of them saves in the second half. But that's what it's about, isn't it? You know, sometimes you need your goalkeeper to get you over the line. And today we've needed our goalkeeper to get us over the line. And that's what she did. And that's why we bought her, which is great stuff, isn't it? Terry says, plus Arteta ball is slow and boring. It is, yeah, we don't worry about Arteta, do we? But you know, we've won the game today. And that's the only thing I'm worried about is winning these games. And we have. And that's the main thing. And yeah, we've got a week rest now. And hopefully that means that will be slightly more refreshed next week. I think the changes to the team today probably didn't help in terms of fluidity of the play, did it? Because we made four changes? Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 because Beth started today. She didn't start. So 5 changes. There's a lot of changes to make, isn't it? We brought some great subs on, and they couldn't maybe get the impact in the game, but that's what having a squad's about, isn't it? It's managing your squad. I thought we did well today without playing brilliantly well, but we got the result, and that's all that matters, isn't it? Terry says, I want to see Jonas. Well, we've just seen Jonas ball, haven't we? And it wasn't brilliant, but we won the game, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So yeah, that's what it's all about, is 3 points, and that's what we've done. Started the season with our first win. That's 4 points from 2 games. We'll take that home against Man City, tough game, away at Leicester, tough game, and we've got 1 clean sheet already. Definitely 100% record she's got. Brilliant. That's why I wanted to sign her, because she's brilliant. And she showed that today, didn't she? So well done, Daphne. Hopefully we'll see you play next week as well at the Emirates, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see the change back to Manning next week. But let's see what happens. So Arsenal have won 1-0. And of course, if we win 1-0, there's only one thing that we have to do. It's been our favourite score for 30 years, and you can't ever get sick of winning 1-0, can you? So we don't need to win 5-0. Forget all that rubbish. Let's just win 1-0. That'll do. Greg says, nice to see Amar joining in today, but not surprising when he's watched our tactics yesterday. I'm surprised he's still awake after watching our tactics yesterday, because I was asleep for that whole game. The funny thing was, right, I got in. I shouldn't have played football yesterday morning because I wasn't well. I shouldn't have done. But I did. I got back about 1:30. And I was getting ready to do the game, and I thought, you know what, I'm not feeling well. I need to lie down. So about 2:00, I went out to lie down, and the next thing I know, I woke up. It's 4:00, and I thought, oh, what's the score? So I checked on my phone, and we're winning 2-0. I thought, oh, that's all right, nice and easy, no problem. Anyway, I must have drifted back off to sleep again, and I woke up at 4:30, thinking, oh, it's probably like 5-0 by now, and it was 2-2. I'm like, what on earth's happened here? So it was quite funny, really, but yeah. I missed most of the game. I saw the last 5 minutes. I think that was it. That's all I watched, the stoppage time. It was inevitable we'd score, but anyway. So yeah, I missed that game. I was a bit upset about that, really. But anyway, sometimes, I just shouldn't have played football. It's my own fault. So I'll hold my hands up. I should have stayed in bed yesterday morning, and I'd have been fit for the game. But I didn't. So yeah. It's my own fault, but yeah, that was quite a funny story, actually, wasn't it? It was quite a funny story. So anyway, that's it then. Arsenal 1, Leicester 0. We have beaten Leicester. We have outfoxed the Foxes. We have won our first WSL game of the season. We are off and running. We are going to be challenging for that title this season. There's no doubt about that. So that was good stuff. Kumbi says, kudos to Daphne. She was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I knew she would be. Never any doubt, was it? Terry says, lucky you sleeping through most of yesterday. Well, I don't know about lucky, but yeah, I didn't want to sleep through it. It was just the way it worked out in the end. So, yes, I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching. Suddenly, obviously, when the stream went off on YouTube, there was suddenly a big influx of people watching because they were scrambling trying to find the game. So hopefully some of you stayed with us. I know 1 or 2 of you did. So thank you for that. We do cover all the games here. We'll be back, obviously, next Sunday, of course, with the Everton game. So join us for that. I'm not sure if that's on Sky, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see anyway. So that's that. And I say we've got Tuesday, the Champions League for the men. That is a kick-off 8:00. So we'll be 7:45 for that. So join me for that one. We'll have the Arsenal women's show at some point during the week. Don't know which night yet. Well, it's obviously not going to be Tuesday because of the game. It'll have to be Wednesday or Thursday. Probably has to be Wednesday because Thursday I'm normally busy. And Friday we can't do it. So look out for that. I'll put some notifications out. So see that. That'll be great. Join us for that if you can. And of course, next weekend there's 2 big games, isn't it? The men playing against Southampton on Saturday, when hopefully I won't fall asleep this week, next week. And then Sunday, of course, the women are playing at 2:00 against Everton. Nakumbi says, or else we'll have to. Oh, no, we said that one before, haven't we, about the pitch? Sorry, I've gone backwards instead of downwards on those things. LG says Bruno Fernandes red card. Oh, is that right? Is it okay? We'll have to check that out in the Premier League. I know Tottenham are winning 1-0, weren't they, at Man United? Terry says, don't forget to hit the like before you go. Yes, don't forget to hit the like before you go. I don't know what the likes have been because I can't see them, but it doesn't matter. We'll have a few, I'm sure. So yeah, don't forget to stay tuned for Tuesday's game, Champions League, the men, PSG. We're going to win that. Of course we are. We're going to win everything this season, aren't we? Everybody's going to win everything. It's going to be great, as I'm sure you will agree. So yes, Arsenal got the job done today. It wasn't pretty. We don't care. We've won 1-0. We will take that, won't we? So thank you to all you guys for joining me. And thank you to all you new viewers. Hopefully you'll come back again and watch a bit more of us over the next few weeks and months, because there's lots of great stuff to come. I'll see you Tuesday for the men's game. And of course, we'll see you in the week for the women's show as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Arsenal won. Arsenal won Leicester. Now, we love a good 1-0. It was Frida with the goal. Again, Frida, wow, she's on fire at the minute, isn't she? Good old Frida. We love her, don't we? So, yeah, thank you, I say, for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Come on, you gunners. We will see you soon, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.